It's preparing. I'll tell you when it's officially live.
Okay.
Setting up.
Hey.
Everyone have your best faces.
Best I got.
Sadly, the only one.
Cheers, salud.
Oh, Prost.
And we are live. Hello, world. Go ahead, Sasha.
Jesus. Hi, everybody. Welcome to, what did we decide to call it again? The wonderful Oscar game. We're gaming the Oscars today.
Oscar gaming with the pundits.
Yeah. Trivia with the pundits. Yeah.
Trivia with the pundits. We are a bunch of us, independent sites. I thought it would be great to get us together because first of all, we're in a global pandemic, right? And either we're driving ourselves crazy or we're watching too much television or doing things that we can't really say in public, right? So we tried to like mix it up a little bit, and we're coming to you from a lot of different sites. So what we're going to do is we're going to have an Oscar trivia section, which is first after our introductions. And then we're going to go and do like an Ask Me Anything, where we're just going to kind of free form about what's happening in the Oscar race right now, what our prospects are for the future. None. No.
NA, unknown.
NA, TBA. No, it's and then we'll do that, and then we'll say our goodbyes. So we're just going to kind of do it casually. We're all friends here, and we're all drinking. Some of us, cheers, salud. But first, we're going to introduce we're going to go around introducing. So we'll start on the top
So
left.
before introductions, I'm being asked by people where to see this on Twitter.
Really?
Or asking
Are those
me.
people
Can you
behind you asking you that?
Yeah.
I just linked.
Yeah,
on my Twitter.
I shared the link in our group email that I just sent. That's the link to the video. We are live now on YouTube. And I have a link also on AwardsCircuit.com if you.
So we should put this on Twitter.
I just shared out all on my Twitter feed, so it's all there now.
Perfect.
Thanks. I don't think so, but that's okay. No, yeah. Come on, welcome all. Come, cross over, children. All are welcome. All right. So, okay. So what we're gonna do is I'll introduce myself first, and my name is Sasha Stone. If you don't know. Hi, Jalal. And I run the website AwardsDaily, which used to be called OscarWatch until I got sued by the Academy and had to change it. I've been doing it for 20 years. Some people on here I've known that long. I'm not going to mention any names, David Pollan, but so no, and I know a lot about the Oscar race in as much as I've been building charts and researching them for years. I'm not as good at the older trivia stuff, so if I humiliate myself publicly, please don't hold it against me. And that's it. I mean, I'm still working in the Oscar business 20 years later. I always said I would never go past 20, but here I am. And we're here with a bunch of different AwardsDaily people who you'll meet. If anybody's even watching, like, I don't know if anybody is. Okay, so take it away, Mark.
Oh, hi. I'm Mark Johnson. Okay. I'm Mark Johnson. I write for AwardsCircuit.com with Clayton over there. Sometimes. The occasional.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm located in Ohio, and I've been writing I think I've been with AwardsCircuit since 2011. So nice to join you all today.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mark.
I'll go next. My name's Clayton Davis. I'm the editor and owner of AwardsCircuit.com. I work with Mark, unfortunately, and I was one of those that was inspired by a lot of people that are on this video with us today, like Sasha and Dave Pollan and Nathaniel, the OGs of the industry, and glad to be with you guys today. And if you want to support AwardsCircuit, go pick up a shirt because we have it on the site. So go ahead.
Dude, you're amazing with that. That's just insane. Okay, and now Jazz, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Jazz Tangcay. I am an honorary AwardsDaily member. I wrote for you for 5 years, Sasha, and I joined Variety in November, and I've been there ever since, writing about the artisans and the crafts, and I love you guys here, and so thank you for having me because I'm really excited and I adore you all.
Love you, Jazz.
And by the way, if I shame myself up for like not knowing anything, don't hold it against me. I'm with you, Sasha. Like seriously.
Seriously, right? Humiliation time. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was tweeting my thing out. Okay, Marshall, you're up.
All right, I'm Marshall Flores. I'm a deputy editor at AwardsDaily. I work with Sasha primarily on researching Oscar history and stats, and then as my background may not so subtly indicate, is that I was on Jeopardy. I was a semifinalist in the 2010 college championship, and I did win my first match, so I am a one-time Jeopardy champion. So.
Oh.
Very, very cool. Mr.
Ringer.
Erik Anderson.
I'm Best Picture Oscar winner Parasite. No, I'm Erik Anderson of AwardsWatch. Let's see. I started at Gold Derby, and then I got banned.
Eric Dean.
Drink up.
Yeah.
Eric Dean lives.
Yes, and then found Sasha at Oscar Watch, and then AwardsDaily, and then took a left turn from there and created AwardsWatch on my own, and been kind of alternately struggling and thriving at the same time, and it's great, and I love it, and I'm always thankful and grateful to most of the people here who have been a part of it in some way or the other. And
It's like we got a 17th.
Yeah.
Coming in.
What is that? Everything's thrown off.
Yeah, we got a 17th coming in.
What's a 17th?
17th person.
17th person.
It could be Jalal. Maybe it's Jalal's. Yeah.
Oh, it is Jalal. Yeah.
Jalal's already here, but I'm seeing a different window.
We can't hear him.
Yeah, I see like iPhone here at the bottom.
Jalal. Marshall, there's two of them.
There we go. Now we can hear Jalal.
Yay.
Okay, awesome. Nice to meet you, Erik. And Will.
Okay.
It's your turn, Will. Hi, Will.
Hi, everybody. I'm Will Mavity, also known as Mavericks Movies. I started with Matt Neglia on Next Best Picture back in 2016 when the site began with just him, me, and Michael Schwartz. And, you know, I've continued writing for them and being part of the podcast, although while you heard me on the show quite a lot in the early years, I started law school at USC this past fall. So while I haven't been MIA, it's eaten up a lot of my time, but you know, hopefully it pays off dividends in the long term, and I can give Matt legal advice as well. But been following the Oscars since 2006, and credit Sasha with getting me on Twitter unwittingly, basically. So I think a lot of us can say that.
Yes.
Kept linking to her from
the
IMDb
worse,
forums. I kept getting linked to her. So yeah.
Yeah, see, I started IMDb as well a long time ago. So.
What was your username on there?
I think it was I Prefer Pie as well, or my.
It was Jeopardy. Yeah. Jeopardy. Okay,
oh,
Jalal.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
yes, you can.
Jesus Christ.
Tommy, can you hear me?
Okay, my name is Jalal. The second account is me. The second account is just my audio, and the first account is my visuals. I'm really sorry, you guys.
It's okay.
Really, really hard.
No.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to say because I was really focused on technical issues. So my name is Jalal Haddad. I live in Los Angeles, California. I'm from Portland, Oregon. I am rooting for Crystal Method on RuPaul's Drag Race. Am I missing
the content we need?
Content screen? I tried. We're not going to do it.
Okay. Well, Jalal actually has the most insanely funny stories. He and I got drunk one time. It sounds like that's all I do is get drunk, but really we sat at a French restaurant and drank like 2 bottles of wine. Anyway, great stories. If you ever couldn't corner him to hear them.
I think we all have a good Sasha Stone drunk story, like in partnership with us. Those are good ones.
I'm so sorry. It's you know, it's a problem. No, it's not a problem. Okay.
That's exactly what people with problems say, Sasha.
I know that. Okay, Joey, your turn.
Hi, I'm Joey Moser. I am I think as Sasha put it, the thirstiest member of AwardsDaily.
Yes, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
No more comments. Been with AwardsDaily for, I don't know, writing for the TV side, got obsessed with awards thanks to AwardsWatch, now AwardsDaily, and then spilled over into other stuff like Nathaniel's site and Erik's site and Clayton's site. So I'm excited, and I'm going to make a horrible ass of myself. So
you will not.
You will not. You said that last year at Cinephile during Cinephile.
And Mark Johnson's
won,
here.
like, everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right. I'm here to make.
You'll be fine, Joey.
Like an ass.
All right, and Mr. David Poland, a legend, a living legend. You're up.
Oh, I'm certainly the oldest in this group. I feel like
I might
Lane
be
Stritch.
right up there with you.
No, I think I'm a little ahead of you, but I feel like a Lane Stritch. I'm still here. My career in this whole thing started when there was still a 19 before the year. So it's a little bit, and I've known you all in different ways, I guess, over these many years. Some of you have hated me. Some of you have been very nice to me. But whatever, life is good. Yeah, I've been doing this for a very long time in various incarnations, and retired for a year and then got dragged back in because I couldn't stand the other side. So I'm just here to kind of be old and try to remember things. So wish me luck.
We'll go to you for advice anytime we get stuck. How about that?
There you go.
Okay, and Nathaniel.
Hi, everyone.
Nathaniel,
I don't know if people are seeing this in a grid or whatever, but I'm up here, at least on my screen, up on the top of the grid. So I've been doing this for 20 years too, very long time, but didn't really take off into a daily thing until like the Brokeback Mountain year, I believe. But anyway, I've been doing it for a really long time and still love it. I don't know about everybody else, still love it.
Nate, you were the first Oscar blog I really read, and it was pretty much the Brokeback year as well. So, and then that's from you. That's when I learned about AwardsWatch. So,
yeah, I remember the premiere of Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
that's how old I am. I remember sitting in Telluride having the conversation about what's going on in Venice with Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, so the way the way I describe it is I got my feet wet with Moulin Rouge. That was sort of like the first obsessional year. And then Brokeback Mountain was the breakthrough year. It's still here, so I'm also I'll duet with you on the Lane Stritch, David.
They showed me Moulin Rouge about a month and a half early in a little room at Fox, and it was like, why are they showing it in this little room? It doesn't belong. It's too small a room to contain this movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, a long time ago.
Exciting.
And I have to say one more thing about this trivia thing we're going to be doing. I want you all to picture. I'm sure I work with spreadsheets and Google and everything. So like I want you all to picture Kate Blanchett's grimace face when she looked at her own Oscar clip, if I get anything wrong.
Oh my goodness, I know. I'm like IMDb, Wikipedia, like I look them up every second of every day. So Megan, hello.
I have to unmute myself. Sorry. Hi, I'm Megan McLachlan. I'm editor of AwardsDaily's TV section with Clarence. And I remember Joey getting me into AwardsWatch in college and talking about this Sasha Stone and how she knows actually, we didn't know if you were a man or a woman, but how you knew.
Yeah, same here.
And then we figured out you were a woman. But I remember Joey always being like, well, AwardsWatch says this and blah, blah, blah. And he would send me everything. So he was kind of my gateway drug to you.
I'm a dealer. I really am.
It's wonderful to know you. And now, Clayton, you already went. So Shadon.
Shadon.
I feel like I'm like the newest person here. I've only been writing for AwardsDaily for 6 months now, but I've been obsessively following you all on Twitter for a very long time. So I've like destroyed Erik's mentions because I like retweet him like 5 times a day. But I'm from Houston, obsessively been watching like the Oscars and all award shows like literally as long as I've been alive. And I've always like listened to y'all's podcast and listened to you hang out. And I'm like, that sounds so much fun. And then Clarence was like nice enough or dumb enough or whatever adjective you want to use to let me write for y'all. And it's been a blast ever since. So here we are.
It's so wonderful.
Shadon also does a fantastic job at social media on our site.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys should tweet at me so I'm not like retweeting myself.
I know. I always think like Shadon is so much smarter than everybody else. Like I'm always like, my God, she's so smart. Like, how is this happening? Like, okay, so Matt, Matt Neglia.
Neglia. Here we go again with this.
Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Neglia. I'm the owner, editor-in-chief of nextbestpicture.com, as Will Mavity said before. And much like everybody else that's here, I, too, admire, respect, and cherish every single one of you for inspiring me to get into this crazy world that I love so, so much. I've been listening to all of your podcasts or reading your writing now for going back to, well, I can't say there was a 19 in front of the year, but going back to the early 2000s. So it's been quite a journey so far, and I'm really, really, really excited to be here. This is probably the most fun I've had during quarantine, if I'm being completely honest.
I love it. I love it. All right, my old friend Michael. You're up, Michael.
Oh, gosh. Okay, you guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oops.
Well, now you froze.
And then you froze.
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
You cursed yourself.
Right.
That's a great freeze though, right there though.
I did. You guys keep on fading out. So anyway, okay, is my connection still good?
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Now it's good. Yeah.
Now it's good. Okay. Listening to all you guys are obviously experts at what you're doing. So I'm the layperson here, and my connection is, which some of you already know, Sasha and I have been friends for many, many, many years. And we used to work at a video in California, or actually in Santa Monica. And Sasha—
Back in the 80s.
Back in the 80s, when the 80s were rocking. And were a lot of fun. And Sasha and I actually thought of an idea of doing something like this, of an Oscar type thing. We talked about it for years. And then we lost contact with one another. And then I find out when I was living in New York that she was doing this site called Oscar, what was it? AwardsWatch. And then and she would call me up and ask me about Oscars and all that stuff. And I thought it was really cool that she was doing this new site. And so she's been doing it now, like she says, for over 20 years. And so I've been loving movies my entire life. I love the Oscars. Sasha was always fascinated about my love for Oscars and all that stuff. And I don't know everything about the Oscars, but
kind of do.
I try. So I just want to learn from you guys, because I've met some of you guys. I know Mark, and I met Clayton last year, and I met Marshall, and I've met David at Telluride last year, I believe, and I met someone else.
It was me.
Michael comes to Telluride with us every year. So.
Yeah, Michael's my roommate.
Shouldn't the dogs be on this call too?
And sometimes bedmate.
Right. That's true. We did have that.
Shouldn't your dogs be joining us?
Yes, Luna and Jack.
They'll be barking. They'll be joining us at some point as soon as we start to talk about Crash. But okay, so Clarence, you're up.
Hi, Clarence Moye. I have been writing for AwardsDaily for 5 years on the TV side, and just recently for the film side, trying to fill, and poorly doing so, Jazz's shoes since she decided to go to the big leagues. I met many of you, or some of you, this past year when I was in town for the Globes and the Oscars. We co-host the Water Cooler podcast with Megan and Joey. So thank you. And hopefully I don't embarrass myself as much as Joey will.
Joey is a shark. You underestimate him at your own
peril.
More
like a dolphin, I think. Joey very much is known alone, so I don't underestimate him.
I do have to say one more thing.
I just said that so you can do that.
Did you
on
say
screen.
Joey's Nomi Malone?
No, he's a scary dude, man. Like you think it's like, oh no, this is gonna be a piece. He underplays it and undersells it. He's total poker move, which is you bluff your opponents.
No.
He's like, I'm terrible at this game. I'm gonna lose so badly.
No.
Everything, and then we all played him, and he like creamed us.
Yeah, he was that kid in school, but like, oh, I really didn't study for the test, and he gets like 100.
Exactly.
Everybody hates that girl, Joey.
All right. He's a dealer and a hustler. So, you know.
Nobody likes to know it all, man. All right, so that's it for introductions. I think we lost my friend Michael because I know his connection was bad. So I don't know if we should just continue and see if he can make it on or.
Yeah, and actually, let me just make an announcement for the readers. Because we're doing this through Zoom, they automatically will disable our live comments because it's coming through Zoom because they can't prove that it's not going to be adult content. So if you want to submit
I make no promises.
You're gonna have to do it either through the comment section on AwardsCircuit or via Twitter or something like that. It's hilarious.
Okay, great. Well, so this is our format. Matt has the questions. Price Waterhouse brought them in a briefcase, and we don't. What did I say? I said something wrong, didn't I?
Oh no, I was saying wrong name that he's gonna read.
La La Land.
It's La La Land.
Oh no, let's not relive
true. That was nuts, man. That was nuts. Anyway, we'll get to that in the more freeform section where we can sort of talk about everything. But we're going to start with trivia. So the way we're going to play this game is Matt is going to read a question. We have an order already pre-established. And if the person gets the answer right, they get another question. Do we ever figure out who's keeping score? Marshall, you can keep score, right? You're good at that.
He's a math guy.
Yeah, I'm a math guy. I'll pull up a notepad window and then
Marshall's going to be like, no, that person had 5, not 4. No.
So it's going to be like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
You know, Marshall, I lost on Jeopardy when you were just probably in elementary school.
Oh, you were on Jeopardy? Okay, I'm looking you up on the J archive now. So hold on.
But I never won. I lost to 2 ladies. 2 school teachers.
2 ladies.
I do see you on the J archive, David. So 1991.
Ladies.
Marshall, I also have a request. I'm going to ask that you put a timer on for 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
Not made any cheating by looking stuff up on the internet.
Right, no cheating.
Oh yeah, nobody should be looking anything
No,
up.
Clayton. I'm not Joey Magidson.
Right, you're right.
All right. Well, okay. I'll try to keep. I'll try to keep an internal 10 Mississippi in my head. So
fair enough. Yeah. No Sherry Vines in here tonight, please.
Basically, it's either you know the question or you don't. Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't.
Okay.
No kidding.
Let's get this.
So here we go with our first. Okay, so our order is Erik. I think you're up first, right? No,
it's Clayton, Megan,
Clayton's
Erik,
up first. Right?
Nathaniel, David, Jalal, Marshall, Michael, Joey, Shadan, Mark, Clarence, Jazz. You, Sasha.
A question: if somebody doesn't get it or their time is up, does that same question go to the next person, or do we just do a new one?
That's a good. Yeah.
Oh.
The question has to get asked.
Everybody doesn't yell the answer right if they miss it.
I thought I was after Marshall.
You're after Marshall? Okay. And
That's
before
what I
Michael?
thought, yeah.
I don't care about my order.
Yeah.
I'll say who it is. I'll say who it is. So this way it'll be kind of clear.
Thank you. More order.
All right. So first of all, I just want to give a quick shout out to people that sent in questions for us to ask. Kelly Doucette, Parish Champ, Patrick Cassano, Michael D. Myers, Julie Fike, Scott Dreyer, and Kevin Clawwitter. Thank you guys so much for sending in the questions. First question, going over to Clayton. Oh, yeah, you finished that drink, sir.
Ready. I'm Malibu Babies in it. Let's go.
Here we go. Who holds the record for the biggest gap between a first acting nomination and a second acting nomination?
Wow.
I'll never get that.
That just ended recently. Damn it. I'm going to say Alan Arkin, but I think that's wrong.
Negative. Megan, do you know the answer?
It's Henry Fonda.
It is Henry Fonda.
Megan!
Nice.
And
on Golden Pond.
I just watched Crip's Wrath today. So
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
That's awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job,
Good
Megan.
job, Megan.
Hey,
All right.
4-1
So now,
for Megan.
does Megan?
Oh, Megan got kicked off the video. Sorry. Oh, damn. Look at that.
Sasha, does Megan keep going, or do we just go to the next person?
Megan keeps going.
All right,
Just to
so-
get out, and then we move on.
Got it. So Megan, who was the only person to earn an acting nomination for their only on-screen role?
Oh, that's rough, bro.
I should have mentioned.
These are the hard Oscar questions.
I
So.
don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Black Robert
Erik,
Downey, you know?
That's not an answer. No.
But
Okay,
it's actually
Erik, your
something
turn.
that should be a really easy one because it's so specific and unique.
You guys want a hint?
I feel like, yeah.
No
Phone a
hint.
friend.
No hint.
No hint?
No hint.
All right.
No hint.
Because Megan,
I didn't get a
I almost
hint.
called you.
Yeah.
I almost
If the
called you
question,
Sarah.
if it stumps all of us, then we can.
Nathaniel?
reveal what it is.
No, Nathaniel's going to know it. I'm going to pass.
Is it Harold Russell?
Nope.
Oh, that was
No.
a good guess.
Good guess.
Because he did stuff
close.
afterwards.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
So-
David.
Me?
Yes.
Harold Russell would have been my guess.
Yeah, that's a good guess.
Let's say, I have no idea.
It's Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Like,
JC for
Should have been nominated
JCVD.
for Time Cop.
Yeah.
Jalal.
Who's next? Jalal.
Jalal.
No.
He's like, no, absolutely not. No.
How about does anybody know it?
Is it the guy from?
Is it Hang Us
I have a
Senor?
guess.
Is it
That's who I think it is. Whoever just said that name,
Yeah.
that's who I think it is.
What did they guys?
Hang S Nor for Killing Fields.
Hang
That's what I was
Us
gonna
Nor.
guess. But I had no idea what his name was. So.
It's actually not Hen.
No, he was
you
in
went
my
on to do
life in
other things, too.
'93.
Who's next?
So after Jalal, it's Marshall.
All right, I'm gonna guess Mary Badham.
Nope. Will?
Okay.
Thank God.
I already blew my shot, so.
Michael.
That's what he
That's what
said.
she said.
Do we
I
have
don't
Michael?
see
What is
Michael.
that?
Television.
I don't know what happened to Michael.
Michael's not even here.
Maybe we do need that hint after.
Joey.
Oh God, I have no idea.
Shadon?
Joey, I was hoping you would be the one to save me. I can't even think of a decade, let alone a name.
We're going to get dragged so hard for not knowing this.
Yeah. Mark.
Drink up.
I have to drink.
Well,
Can we make it the person who got a nomination
You can
and should
answer.
never have done?
What?
Can we do
Am
somebody who
I
got
up?
a nomination and never should have done another movie?
Yeah.
That's a different question.
For their only on-screen role.
Am I up? Is that what you're saying, basically?
Mhm.
Okay. Did Barka Dobdi do anything else? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's in Blade Runner.
This week.
I have a guess, but it's totally I don't know his name.
Clarence?
Yeah, Clarence.
I don't. My only guess is that it's that girl that has disappeared and then recently found to be dead. From the
Took a
60s.
dramatic turn.
I can't. I don't remember her name, so I don't know.
I know you're talking about.
I'm going to say this. Clarence is the closest so far.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Carrie
Woman.
something. I
Yes.
think
Phoenix girl.
she was in some movie about like a knockoff of like a James Dean movie, but I can't remember the name of
It was like last summer or something like that.
Yeah, she got raped in it.
Ow. Okay.
Okay.
And then she
So it was a
died.
comedy.
That movie.
Yeah.
The turn.
Narrow it down, though.
Jazz, do you know who it is?
Look over there.
She doesn't. Okay, so I
right.
don't know either. No.
Okay, so let's narrow.
Wait, can I take a quick guess, real quick? Since that didn't come around to me, is it the dude from the Turning Point, Mikhail something something?
No, it is not.
Oh, damn. That was
Mikhail
like,
Baryshnikov?
All right, here's the hint. 1966 Best Supporting Actress nominee.
Yeah.
The film directed by George Roy Hill.
Oh, God.
It's who I'm thinking of. I just can't remember her name.
Yeah. Clarence is totally on the right track.
Clarence is on the right track. Should I say who it is?
And there was just a
Yeah.
podcast on it.
Yeah,
Didn't,
because
like, the Academy Queens just did it.
Yeah, Scott
answer-
Feinberg found her.
The
Or
answer
something.
is Jocelyn
Oh.
Lagarde for Hawaii.
oh,
Oh, no.
but I never got
Okay,
that.
never mind.
Yeah, I
Nope,
would not-
you could have
never
given me
in a
100
million
guesses.
years.
I'm not
Yeah.
getting that.
Never in a
That's not
million
what I
years
was-
have I
Terrible,
ever
terrible
gotten that.
film.
That's a good question. I'm stealing that one for a trivia
Yeah.
game elsewhere.
Okay.
All right, so now
Wow.
Sasha,
That's
because
pretty
we
much-
went through everybody, should I start back with Clayton again, or
No,
Why
after
don't you
Megan.
reverse, or we could do reverse order.
I was thinking the person who went after Megan,
Yeah,
or
I
after
would go
David,
to-
rather.
yeah, you know what? Let's start off with who was after Megan? Erik was after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. Whoever's after Megan.
All right. So Erik, your question. According to Oscar folklore, What famous movie star supposedly got a Best Actor nomination at the first Oscar ceremony, but had its nomination revoked due to avoiding embarrassing the Academy?
I know this.
This is so ridiculous.
I do know this, yeah.
Okay, it's not Adolf Hitler.
Oh, God.
I have a guess.
Let me repeat it one more time. According to Oscar
ahead.
folklore, what famous movie star supposedly got a Best Actor nomination at the first ceremony, but had its nomination revoked to avoid an embarrassment for the Academy?
Is that some kind of hint by saying it's and not
I know
what's
this one.
I don't.
Was
no,
it
I
a
don't
trans
know.
movie star?
All right, Nathaniel.
Yeah, the it's threw me. You said an actor,
Yeah.
an acting nomination.
Three.
I'm trying to think of somebody who had a scandal, like Fatty Arbuckle.
Yeah, yeah,
Fatty
1928
Arbuckle.
in the first Oscars. Yeah, that's a little foggy there.
David Poland, do you know?
I was thinking Fatty Arbuckle also, but should we say Errol Flynn?
Nope. Jalal.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, there.
Oh, Jalal, go ahead.
Fatty Arbuckle is my next two. That's the only one I can think of. So I'm passing.
Okay, Marshall.
Okay, I'm gonna guess the Tramp, Charlie Chaplin.
Yep.
Nope.
No.
What's
Man.
the question?
Wow.
I thought it was
It's
Champlin.
Will's turn now.
All right, Will, I'm going to repeat the question one more time. According to
thank
Oscar
you.
folklore, what famous movie star supposedly got a Best Actor nomination at the first ceremony, but had its nomination revoked to avoid embarrassing the Academy?
Rin Tin Tin, the dog.
Yes.
It
Wow.
is.
It's God damn it. Yeah.
A German Shepherd dog.
That seems like insider trading right now. I'm not gonna lie.
The anecdote is bullshit, by the way, but it pops up all the time.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
it's thing threw me, and then
Folklore is
now I
always true,
got it.
though.
I love it
Folklore is
though. I
always
love
true.
it that I wish they would nominate dogs.
I know. Yeah.
Uggy,
No.
Uggy, yeah, and the one in I Am Legend, too.
Actresses
have a
a hard
dog
enough
award
time getting
show?
good Don't need dogs.
Isn't there a dogs in movies award show?
The pound
Doesn't
dog.
like the
I don't know, but
Dog
I'll
at
watch
the
the
Cannes
shit
Film
out of them
Festival.
if there is.
Oh, Will, you just muted yourself.
Maybe that's
I
not
was
a bad
done.
thing.
Oh, all right. Nathaniel, your question.
The bitches.
Wait, don't I get to keep going?
Oh,
No, it goes-
Yeah, he got it right.
Yeah, 'cause I
He
got
the
it.
number.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. You're right.
Sorry, I know
all right,
it's
so
a
Marshall,
weird.
did you put my points down?
Yes, I did.
All right, Will, your
Okay.
question.
Now I'm gonna get trounced.
Well, I don't know about this one. You might. I think you're gonna get this. Prior to The Post, what was the last film to be nominated for both Best Picture and Best Actress for Meryl Streep?
Oh.
That should be an easy one. I bet
Yeah.
everybody on this.
Yeah,
so
we
many
should be
people
able to
here
get-
know
this
the
is
answer to
gettable.
this.
This is yeah. God damn it.
Best actress, right? Not supporting. Remember.
Best Actress, yes.
Oh, okay.
I know this one.
I think I know.
Who were gay?
I'm really glad I'm far down the list.
All right,
because
I'm
this is
skipping
one of those-
Will. Moving over to Michael Gray if he's still on the line.
I don't see him.
I don't
Mike's
see
not
him
here.
either.
All right. So
He
Joey,
would know it though. Joey knows it.
The Post.
prior to The Post, what was the last film to be nominated for both Best Picture and Best Actress for Meryl Streep?
Oh my effing F. None of her movies get nominated for Best Picture. Shit.
There's two of
I was
them.
gonna know this.
Well, there's at least two, so
There's two others besides The Post.
I know Nathaniel now.
Yeah.
I think I know.
Silkwood.
I know it now. Yeah, I just
All
had to
right.
think back.
There's
for
more
it.
than two others.
Shadon?
Are you really giving Joey? Come on! I was so excited because I was like, Joey's in front of me, so he's gonna.
We need buzzers.
Iron Lady? No.
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 That's a good guess.
Get to me faster. Let's go.
Thank
Mark?
God.
Doubt.
No.
Damn.
No
Claire?
doubt, Miss.
Mark had
What an
yeah,
embarrassing
yeah,
answer, Mark.
I don't know, man.
Embarrassing.
Hold on, Clarence.
Listen,
It was probably
just,
number 6 that year or number 7.
Yeah.
I'm just here
I
to
think I
hear.
realize what it is.
I'm just here to hear Jazz's accent. So
Clarence, do you know it?
An accent?
Out of Africa?
It's Out of
Out
Africa.
of Africa. There you go,
There you
Clarence.
go.
Oh, wow.
Good one.
Finally, an easy one.
It's weird that you have
Was
to go
it?
that far back.
Yeah.
That was an easy one. Oh,
Okay.
She was so good in The Help.
The only other best picture is Deer Hunter, by the way.
No, and Kramer versus Kramer.
Well, no, this is Kramer. But for best actress though.
Deer Hunter,
Yeah.
Deer Hunter was supported.
Yeah.
to be nominated.
All right, Joey, your question.
No,
I
it's
just
Clarence
went.
again.
Clarence.
Clarence just got it right.
I'm sorry. I forget the whole winner thing. You're right. Sorry, Clarence.
No worries.
All right, here we go. What is the only short film to win an Oscar in one of the big 8 categories?
Whoa.
Oh boy, that's a Chris
That's a
Tapley
good question.
God, I should know this. Oh,
I
I
have
bet
no
Marshall
idea. I
knows.
pass.
Okay. Jazz.
I don't even know. Look over there.
Sasha.
I should know it, but it's so sad. But I kind of think it's an animated short. But what would it be? No, I don't know. It's a good question though.
Clayton.
Whoever asked it.
I know it's like I'm pretty sure it's a doc short. I don't know the name of it.
Megan.
Can you repeat the question?
It's going to be a
Sure.
song, I bet.
What is the only short
That's
film
not
to win
top
an
8.
Oscar in one of the big 8 categories?
Oh, big 8 category.
Yeah, the big 8. So that makes it got to be acting. I would think.
It can't be for a short.
No,
way.
yeah, it might be screenplay.
Writing.
Live.
Instead of...
Yeah.
I know
maybe
what it
screenplay.
is.
You're right.
I think
screenplay.
it is.
I'm going to pass.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, wait, sorry to interrupt. Chat is now open now.
Hey.
Oh,
So now everyone can say you guys suck and don't know what you're talking about.
I know, right?
Now we get it. Now we get the hang of it.
Everyone's gonna go through Wikipedia and it's like to
Yeah.
find like the most obscure trivia.
It's so easy. You guys suck.
All right. So, Erik, do you know it?
I was going to say Red Balloon, but that's a full-length feature.
Is it?
I was thinking that too.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
that
that
was
was
in my
like
guess.
32 minutes.
Hey, Erik, I hate to tell you this, but it is the Red Balloon.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I thought.
That counts.
Yeah,
Original
Final
screenplay
answer.
winner, 1956.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
That's amazing. I did not know that it was a short.
Wait, what did it win? What did it win?
It won
That's 'cause you
original
haven't watched it,
screenplay.
Sasha.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
That I knew. I was just.
Isn't it right on the line of short and feature length, like 39 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes, I
God.
think.
Yeah.
Have the rules
They're
for
really-
short always been the same, like 40?
number one in the Criterion collection.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're killing us with these questions. These are really hard.
yeah,
These are really good questions.
Yeah, we're getting fired after
Yeah,
this.
no, I like that was good, but that other than the street one is the only one I feel comfortable about.
I mean, none of these would ever appear on Jeopardy. They're way too like esoteric.
Esoteric.
Yeah.
I'm really
Please.
curious if this will trip you up, Erik.
Okay.
Because there is a asterisk with this question. So,
Of course there is.
all right, here we go. Which Best Picture winner has the longest title?
Oh, well, you know that. That's got to be an easy one, right? I think I know this
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
There's two that could.
God, I need to know the whole correct title. It's the Birdman, but
Better say that whole thing, man. Come on.
I'm totally forgetting.
Birdman.
Parentheses
Don't
and
give it to
everything,
him.
man. Come on.
He just
I
needs one
know.
word. Birdman.
And the something
I know it.
ignorance of
Unexpected virtue of something.
ignorance.
Ignorance.
What do you say, Marshall? Do we give him a point for knowing it was Birdman?
Yeah.
I'd give it to
Yeah.
him.
I'll give it to him.
The
Yeah.
asterisk
The
is
importance
if
of being
you
earnest.
just said Birdman and you didn't say the full title, it's like the next one is Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. So
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
a gray area, but Birdman
I thought
is the correct answer.
Around the World in 80 Days was the
That was
one.
my
but I
guess
guess-
too.
Because Strangelove should have won though. So there you go.
Yeah,
There you
true.
go.
Strangelove should have won over My
Yes.
Fair Lady. We
Dr.
all know that.
Strangelove. That would have been the
Birdman's
longest
asterisk
title.
is
Yeah.
because it's in parentheses and it doesn't always get regarded by its full
Yeah, the parenthetical doesn't.
Yeah.
All right, Erik, you keep going.
All right, Erik.
Wow.
What year did the original score category separate into dramatic and comedy categories?
The year that it's separated?
Yes.
I don't
That's
know.
a trick question.
Yeah.
Which time?
Okay, yeah. I want to clarify this because
The most recent time.
Okay.
no. I mean The film year or the award year?
We always go by film year in these parts.
Yeah,
Don't
film
say
Johnson,
we.
school them.
That's right.
School them.
Definitely film year.
The last. I know the last
6,
year.
7, 8, 9.
Just say a year.
57.
No.
98.
No, you're out already. Go, Nate.
It was the last film year that had separated before it rejoined.
No. What was the year that it split? Like they handed out 2 categories instead.
The start of it.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
shit.
Oh.
The start of it. It's gonna
Okay.
be after all the Disney wins, so I'm gonna say 94.
Nope.
I misunderstood the question.
David.
1956.
No.
Come around
Going
faster. Come
backwards.
on, man.
Going
Let's fly
backwards
through it.
now.
Let's
The
go.
year you were born.
Yeah, I'm not quite that old.
Yeah.
Jalal.
I'm trying.
Is it it's the 90s, right?
Nice.
Bridesmaids, are you
92.
Kristen Wiig?
Are you saying there's a comedy score category?
No, it's not 92. Marshall.
95.
It is
Yep.
1995.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
Postman and Pocahontas were the 2 winners that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathaniel, I was between
Costner's The
94 and
Postman.
95. I'm glad you said it because I was like, all right, I know it's not 94.
I knew it was because of Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
But I was like, which year did that happen?
Can we get points if we do the choreography for My Best Friend's Weddings nomination?
Yes, you can.
Okay. just checking.
Marshall.
Okay, let's
I'm
see
just
how this
saying.
goes.
I've got moves you've never seen before.
Who was the first actor to win an Oscar
Who said
for
that?
a Steven Spielberg directed film?
Easy. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, I have to think about this one.
10, 9.
All right, I'm skipping Marshall.
All right, yeah, go ahead. I can't pull it in 10 seconds.
Will.
What was the question?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Question?
It's Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln, first actor to win an
Wow.
Oscar for a Steven Spielberg
Well
directed.
done, Mavity.
Good job, Bill.
All right, Will.
That's nuts.
Which Pixar movie was the first to win Best Animated Feature?
That would be Finding Nemo.
Correct.
Good
God,
job,
he's
Will.
good at this. He would have said Toy Story.
All right,
the
Will.
original
No
Toy Story.
category.
Will, this is a tough one. Here we go. There are 4 directors who have won Best Director twice, but their movies themselves did not win Best Picture.
Oh, God damn it.
Who are they?
No,
This isn't that
All
hard.
4?
This isn't that
John
hard.
Ford, Alfonso Cuarón, Ang Lee, and fuck, it's not Oliver Stone. God damn it.
I actually know this one.
I'm
did.
actually,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'm going to clarify something. John Ford does not count. I said who have won Best Director only twice.
Only twice.
John Ford won Best Picture for How Green Is My Valley.
So,
But he
yeah.
won Best Director 4 times.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be 2-time winners.
2-time winners, but neither time did their movie win Best Picture.
I know this one.
I think I've passed my time. So
Okay,
Oh,
Joey,
I know.
do you know?
What an honest man.
No, I do not. I knew 2 of them. I did not know there were 4.
Shadon, do you know?
Oh wait,
You're muted,
You're
Shadon.
muted, Shadon.
Oh, I'm muted. No, I only knew Ang Lee and Quran, which he said. So no, I'm out.
Okay.
I'm
Mark?
just here to drink in the corner. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, Mark shaking his head. Clarence.
No.
No, for Clarence. Jazz.
No, I've got Quaron. It's all.
All right, Sasha.
George Stevens.
Good job.
He is one of them.
And Ong Lee is the other.
Well,
You
we
said
already said
There's
four.
There's 4 of them.
Oh, there's 4 of them that have won Best Director twice, but not Best Picture.
Correct.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
We just need one
That
more.
would be Oliver Stone. No, he won for Platoon. That would be Best Director
6.
twice. Ong Lee won, and George Stevens, and
It's definitely
Oh.
it's an early dude.
yeah, it's
yeah,
gotta be.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the hint I'm going to give here. It's
Yeah.
an early dude.
No, I know. That's why I thought it was George Stevens, but it's William something. William.
No, he won Best Picture.
Weiler? It's not going to be
Yeah,
Weiler.
William
So.
I was thinking William Wyler.
Clayton, do you know the last person?
My guess was gonna be I know it's wrong. Frank Capra, but I know it's not.
No.
Nope. Megan, do you know?
I'll say George Cukor. I don't know.
Nope.
I'm just
Eric? It's okay.
No, I actually thought not Frank Capra, but the other Frank.
That's it. It's that other Frank. Frank something, LaBorge or something like that.
Nathaniel, do you know?
Yeah.
I don't. I was going to
Frank?
guess Inurito, but now I'm going to
Frank
guess the old person.
LaBorge.
So how about
Borzage.
Say it again, David.
He's just teasing me. Just
It's Frank it's Frank Borzage for Seventh Heaven and Bad Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we almost had it.
So Sasha,
Eric.
you were right.
We were there.
So
I knew it was a
the
Frank.
other
I couldn't get his last
Okay,
name.
so how do we allot
No,
points
I'm not-
for this?
Yeah, how are we going to allot points for this? Because there's a lot of
I need
crosstalk.
half.
I think everybody should get a point.
Yeah.
I think everybody should get
I'll take it.
Yeah. No,
I think
Mark gets no
Eric-
point for that.
No,
settle
No contribution to that at all.
Settle down.
Yeah, I knew it was
Eric
the
should
Frank.
get
I just
that.
forgot his last name because there
Eric,
was
you
that
gotta-
really infamous. That was that infamous moment of the ceremony when it was announced that it was Frank, but Frank Capra is who they thought that it was going to be.
Yeah,
and Frank Capra
exactly.
thought that it was him. It was that
Yeah.
Kate Catherine thing when Sean Connery did that at the Oscars, and it was
That's
that was
right.
such a major moment because he didn't
So,
clarify that it was not Frank Capra.
I think you should get the point though, because you came up with Frank and that
Like half a
that
point.
unlocked our brains.
No, Clayton did. Clayton did
Totally did.
Capra.
Oh, okay.
I knew it was the other
Sorry.
Frank.
Okay, Clayton, you get it then.
Okay.
Broke my
now,
heart.
I believe we left off with Will on that one. So right, we started off with you, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Joey, your question. Joey, you got an easy one.
Better hope it's about Julianne Moore, bitch.
Yeah. Who is the only performer to win an Oscar for portraying a previous Oscar winner in a competitive
Oh,
category?
that's the only one I know. Kate Blanchett.
It is
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, there you go.
Well done, Joey.
Joey.
That
thank
one
God.
wasn't so hard.
Can I go get more wine now?
Come on, do your Nummy Malone thing.
Why isn't it like
The
next
hand
to
thing.
you?
There you go.
Yeah, I'm out here.
Joey, you're still in the driver's seat.
Oh, son of a bitch.
What is the only Best Picture winner to have an exclamation point in the film's title?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, this is
I
gettable.
should know this because I love punctuation. Oh god.
Oh,
This is gettable.
let's think. This is
Thanks,
gettable.
Marshall.
It
Thank
sort
you
of
so
should
much.
be gettable.
7, 8, 9, 10.
I have no idea.
It's,
Shadan, do you know?
Can I get a Julianne Moore question? I wouldn't.
Knew it.
Ask me about Julianne Moore. No, I don't know.
Mark?
Give me the 10 seconds because I'm going through them in my head.
Got it.
That thing you
Shut up, Mark. You suck.
That's what your wife said.
no.
Mark, die.
Time.
You don't want it. You don't want it.
Time.
Marshall's ruthless.
Clarence. Oh my God, Mark.
I started from the wrong end.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Damn it. I walked into that one.
That's it. There should be reset to that one. Clarence gets a reset on the timer.
Tora. I don't know.
Yes.
No.
It's got to be it.
Nominated for
No.
Best Picture.
It has to
That one has
win.
a comma.
Right?
I got it.
You said win, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Winner.
Yeah.
Jazz.
Shit.
Nope.
That's not it.
You sure? Oh my God.
Not it.
I got it. Please.
Time.
What could have?
I know this one too.
I know
Oddly.
it.
Sasha,
Sasha, come on, you know this.
I don't.
Sing it, Sasha. Sing
Sasha,
it.
no.
Sing it. Sing it. Like Gigi or something, right?
No.
Clayton.
Clayton.
Oliver.
It's Oliver.
Thank you.
I was like wanting to
Oliver
answer that
sucks.
I didn't make
I
it.
wanted
to
to
the
answer
end.
that
Trash,
too.
but it's got an extra.
I got
wanna-
up to 57 when I was.
I want to
Wait,
read.
Yeah,
time ran out.
Carol Reed was in 1-4. The
Mulan.
absolutely wrong.
Wait,
What is
Nathaniel.
that?
Stop, man, right?
Wait, Nathaniel, what's your
Right.
fun stat?
No, I was just going to say, can we all agree that it should have been Moulin Rouge should have been the answer to that?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck Oliver.
PGA Golden Globe winner.
Carol
Moulin
Reed,
Rouge.
absolutely. They did a disservice to Carol Reed.
Yeah, should have been the third man, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Clayton.
1968.
Clayton. Okay, here we go.
Oh, back to me?
Yes. Name one of the films that received 5 acting nominations amongst the 4 acting categories.
Chicago.
No.
Oh.
Wait, among the 4? Oh, yeah, among the 4?
Yeah, spread out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, can I change my answer then? I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
All right, I'll give you this one.
Network.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I love this question. This was awesome. This is a who am I question. All right. Who am I? I received a Best Supporting Actress nomination, while my co-star received a Best Actress nomination for playing the same character at 2 different ages. A few years later, I did it again. This time, I got the Best Actress nomination, while my older co-star was nominated for Best Supporting Actress once again for playing 2 different ages of the same character. Who am I?
There's a lot to unpack in that one.
I need that read again.
There's a lot to unpack with that one.
Isn't it
so
reverse?
Just one?
Just one. What's the question?
It's just one actress?
In this instance, let's put it this way. It's the most obvious answer if there is another one.
I don't think there is another one.
I was going to say, I don't think there is either. I tried to do some digging on this to clarify, but I'm pretty sure this
Is the order reversed? Like, shouldn't it be I was lead, she was supporting, and then later?
Nope. I received the Best Supporting Actress nomination while my co-star received lead for playing the same character. A few years later, I did this again, only this time I was in lead and my older co-star was nominated.
Okay, so this should have been Kate Winslet, but obviously it's not.
Yeah.
I was thinking Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
That would have been my
Yeah, because of Iris, but then I couldn't get the second movie.
Well, the first one would have been Titanic, but I was like, oh, are they reversed?
Are you sure it's not Kate Winslet?
Oh, Kate Winslet is. Wait, hold on.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Are we just like free-falling now? What's going on?
Guys are.
Yeah, no. Who has the floor?
No. You guys are right. Did not. Hold on, you guys are right. The question was submitted incorrectly in that case because they have the years mixed up for Iris.
Yeah. Okay.
So do we get it? Do some of us get it?
Yeah. So can the 3 of us who were?
All right. We'll chalk that up to. Hey, listen. Whoever submitted that clever question, I really appreciated it. It just needed to be clarified a little bit.
All right, so who's getting points for this one?
Will, you only get 0.33 points.
Okay.
Wait, real quick, Matt. Before you continue, just want to give some quick because we have comments coming in. I just wanted to share it with everyone. Yeah. Scott Dreyer says, "Jazz, I love your background." Nicholas Landry says, "Big fanboy moment right now." And Aisha Jones says, "Greetings from Anchorage, Alaska. Thank you guys for doing this. Great way to spend a lazy Saturday afternoon."
Awesome.
Hi,
thank you, everyone.
People have been throwing out answers while we've been failing miserably, but
I need to go to the chat room and see what they're saying.
Yeah.
I lost track of who was next.
Oh, and by the way, Scott Dreyer, Scott
we
Dreyer,
don't even know who got that.
His question, the Kate Winslet one. So he said he did it backwards, so he apologized.
Oh, okay.
No, good question, though. I love that question.
That was a good question.
Who am I? I like that.
Yeah.
Megan, I think you were
series
at the
just on
Clayton, right?
Who Am I?
Yeah.
Okay, so Megan, Spike Lee famously said, "Every time somebody is driving somebody else, I lose" at the 2019 Oscar ceremony. What movie of his lost the Best Picture Oscar to a driving movie?
That's an unfair question because it actually wasn't nominated. So, but
Well, I guess with it
one of his
the
was.
right thing.
Oh, never mind.
No, that's why it's a trick question.
Okay. Oh, but it was
Never
wait,
mind.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
this. I mean,
Megan, you got this. Megan, you got it.
Yeah, you know this.
Klansman, right?
It's BlacKkKlansman, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There
Sorry,
you
I messed you up.
The question is designed to make you say do the right thing.
Right, but that was the reference. I knew that.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, you got it, Megan.
Good question.
All right.
Megan's up again.
Okay. What are the 2 songs that won Best Original Song Oscars for different adaptations of A Star Is Born? What are the names of the 2 songs?
Oh well, one is Shallow.
Yep.
Clayton. The answer the man got away.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, it's not.
No. Oh, that's what I would have said.
Okay, thank you. I'm glad.
Yeah.
It's not
I was
evergreen.
pretty confident there.
Oh, Nathaniel's
Eric.
gonna get it seconds after it gets to him. Just get to Nathaniel already.
Yeah.
Erik, it's up to you. Two
Erik.
songs that won Best Original Song Oscars from A Star Is Born.
I'm gonna get my gay card taken away because I'm totally spacing out on.
Wait, it wasn't evergreen?
It wasn't
Yeah.
evergreen.
It is evergreen, but the person that was up didn't say it, so I couldn't.
God damn it, Sasha!
Oh,
All right,
I
Erik.
thought I heard somebody.
Because I
say
was going back to
evergreen.
the other.
I did.
Erik,
I cheated also.
Erik, let's give this one to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's next one to Erik. So.
Those of us who saw the movie in first run,
Oh,
the only ones who knew the answer.
That's right.
Who was the first actor to win an acting Oscar for playing a role entirely in a foreign language? And I want to be very, very clear. I say actor, but this applies to male or female.
Meaning it's not a male. No,
Sophia Loren.
I think I
It
know.
is Sophia Loren.
Okay, I needed a minute because I wanted to.
I would have said Marion
Good job.
Cotillard.
I would
Eric,
have said Benini, but
Yeah, or that.
Erik, who has more Best Director nominations, Steven Spielberg or Martin Scorsese?
Only 50-50.
Shit.
Ooh.
Because I know he has directing and not picture.
Yeah, they're loaded in different times of their career. That's a good one. Who submitted that, Matt?
I'm gonna say Scorsese.
good job.
It is Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Good
You
job.
The
backloaded a lot.
person that submitted was Sasha, actually.
Oh,
Hey.
that's a good one, Sasha. Well, that would have been unfair when it hooked back around to her.
Sasha and I have a
Nominations in
rule.
director and not picture, and Spielberg has had the inverse. I know
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
I just want you to know, you guys, that my questions from here on out are really easy.
Yeah.
So don't worry
Thank
about
you,
it.
Good, because I'm drunk.
Who's drunk? I'm taken
Everybody.
out, though. I can't answer anymore. So
Eric, has
Hey,
Alfred...
what's the score total right now? Just
I mean, there's only a few. There's only about
I think I have
half of
zero.
that
Leave
point.
it to secret now.
Erik, you actually have 4 points. Clayton has 3. Will has 2, and a few of us have 1.
that's correct.
Wait, didn't I get like a 0.5 here and there, Marshall?
Are we really doing fractional points?
I
don't
think
think
we
we should do
are.
fractional.
This is competitive.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I say
this
it's
is competitive
exactly
in the
what
sense that
Marshall said.
whose line is it anyway is competitive. Where
I
you know,
have
the
to
points
win.
don't
But if it
matter.
was-
so.
if
In
it
the
was
sense
truly-
that the Oscars are competitive, Marshall.
It would be
Next
There-
question.
there's honorary
buzzers.
Oscars too now, so you know.
Hey, Eric,
Yeah.
All right,
who's the
Erik.
only Oscar winner to win via write-in?
Wow.
Wow.
that's not my question. Sorry.
Wow.
Who's that guy?
Only
Gotta be,
Oscar
gotta
winner
be
in
an early
history
dude again.
to win via write-in.
I want to say Barry Fitzgerald, but he had both.
Yeah.
No, but Barry Fitzgerald.
No. Nathaniel, do you know?
Fox. 2,
Come on, Nathaniel. I believe in you. I feel like you know.
I
5,
was gonna say if it was truly competitive, we'd have buzzers, and whoever knew the
Yeah.
Yeah, buzzers.
8, 9.
Oh.
All right, it's about time.
David?
No idea at all.
Jalal?
I don't. No.
Yeah.
Marshall?
All right, it's gonna be one of those 30s.
Yeah, it's gonna come around to everyone.
I
I'm
think it
thinking
was
no one's gonna
35. I feel like I know the year.
All right, I'm gonna totally wag this. A Midsummer's Night Stream. Are you going at the picture or the film or the person?
Mickey Rooney.
Marshall! Oh,
what?
you got the film. You got the
Mickey
film.
Rooney.
No, it's cinematographer Hal Moore, 1935, for A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Could have gave me a million guesses.
I got the year. Do I get any? I knew it was 35.
Yeah, I think that's incredible that you knew the year. I really
I
do,
came
actually.
across. I was doing like some weird archival research last week for an
Yeah,
article, and I found it in an old Variety.
Because I
that,
remember
like,
the write-in. Yeah, it happened. That write-in when it happened in the mid 30s. I'm like,
That's incredible. God,
Well,
I
yeah,
didn't write
here-
that question.
The
I hear
other
Deacons
writing
lost that
controversy-
award. Deacons is expected to win.
Has anyone listened to Deacon's new podcast?
No.
No, I gotta do that.
With his son.
Really good.
Yeah.
The family podcast.
Freeform. That goes in our freeform section.
Nathaniel.
Not there yet.
All right, let's go. All right, no one really got it. Sorry, Nate.
What was the first film to win Best Animated Feature?
Oh,
Easy.
that was
See,
Shrek.
told you. I know.
We have that already?
I'm sorry,
got
that was
that.
what?
I got that one. Yeah.
Nathaniel, what was
You
it? I
got
couldn't
it.
hear.
Shrek.
Yeah, Shrek. Okay, gotcha.
Nathaniel, that's
Because
so
it
good.
was
I'm so glad
horrible.
you got that.
Oh,
Should
who
have
said
won.
it was horrible?
Oh no.
That's why I remember.
That's back when
Yeah, I know,
DreamWorks was the
Monsters, Inc.
Netflix of its
Shrek is a
era.
Monsters,
fucking
Inc.
masterpiece. I'm not
What about
having
Monsters
that.
Inc.
Nathaniel, who has? Oh my God. Okay, this is a gimme. Who has the most Best Actress Oscar wins?
Catherine Hepburn.
Yes,
Yay!
she does.
Kate Hepburn. Yeah, that's a
He was
total
insulted
Sasha.
that you even asked him.
Do you guys love my questions? Or
I
what?
do. I
mean,
do.
Nathaniel, who has more screenplay wins than Woody Allen for original screenplay?
Oh.
That's a good one.
Kind of a
Is
trick question.
Is it Billy Wilder?
That's what
No,
I
it is
said.
not.
Oh.
Oh,
my
good guess. Good guess.
David Poland, do you know? More original screenplay Oscar wins than Woody Allen.
Kind of a trick question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Jalal.
Keep moving.
You have to sort of think outside the box a little on this question.
I think I know it.
You know what I mean?
I think I do.
Is he Diamond?
No, Marshall.
All right, so more original screenplay wins than Woody Allen.
Correct. Who has more screenplay wins for original
more
screenplay than Woody
okay.
Allen?
So for just original
Original.
screenplay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's original.
Oh,
I'm gonna guess Charles Brackett.
Nope. Will?
I'm just going out on a limb here. Is it Dalton Trumbo?
No, it is not. But that's
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like outside the
that's a-
box because he won under other people.
No, I know, but it's sort of the wording is a little bit weird on this, honestly, because
Joey.
Oh, I have no idea.
Shadan.
Is it somebody for adaptations like Disney or something? I don't know.
No, it is definitely not.
Yeah.
Mark.
Nope.
Mark is petrified.
Clarence, do you know?
What's that?
Tarantino.
Nope. Jazz.
Yeah, I don't know.
I apologize for this question. I didn't know it was so hard.
No, it's
to
a good
answer.
one. It's a good one. It's a good one.
I mean, I don't know who would.
Hold on. Wait. The question is more wins in original screenplay.
Who has more screenplay wins than Woody Allen for best original
Oh,
screenplay?
more screenplay wins.
Oh.
Original screenplay.
No, it is original.
And Clayton, we are up to you on this. So do you know who it is?
Well, if it's original screenplay, Woody Allen has the most wins. So then that's not. So if it's screenplay period,
Yeah.
then
Come on, you're almost there, Clayton.
We're
Just say
at-
it. Just say it. Just
Well,
say it.
Budgeon. I'm
Wait,
just.
Clayton, back up a little bit.
This
I
is
know.
not the question we started with, though.
I know what it is.
It's not the question we started with at all, though.
Yeah,
This one you said original screenplay at first,
Yeah.
and then that's why I was
No,
like,
it is just original screenplay. Who has? Yeah,
Who has
Who
more
has
screenplay
more-
wins than Woody Allen for best original screenplay?
original screenplay. Who has more original screenplay wins than Woody Allen? Who? It's like ridiculously obvious.
Patty something.
Chayefsky.
Chayefsky or whatever. But don't
Francis
Coppola.
but he's adapted though. Or what
Wait,
is this in
wait.
that?
No, he did a
Let's-
lot of
It's
original.
Let's cut
adapted
through
from-
this.
Stuff was original.
Let's cut through this. Sasha kept saying it was a trick question, and the reason why it's a trick question is because Sasha.
Nobody has more.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
original
not.
Oh,
That's
damn it. Oh.
I should get that.
Boo. Yeah, I think Clayton should get
I
that. He
definitely
did
should
say
get
he
that.
did say no one had
Yeah.
more.
Clayton,
I
you were
actually-
the
yeah.
closest.
Marshall, I
Yeah.
actually want to give a point to both Megan and Clayton because we should have gotten to Megan.
Air 5, Megan. There you go.
Okay.
Is that her punishment, David?
I have to interrupt briefly to tell you guys that one of our audience fans, Chris Tapley, is watching and he wants to say, David Poland, you take that off.
Punishment for that question.
I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's.
Anyway, Chris Tapley says hi, everybody. So say hi to
What's up,
Chris.
Taps?
Hi, Chris.
Chris.
Do you got Telluride, maybe?
I hope so.
That was Quizball. There would be so many challenges to that
Keep
question.
watching. I'm sorry. I didn't expect it would be that hard. It's just my weird dyslexia that wrote the question weird.
All
but
right.
I just meant, sorry.
What would be the wins, though? What are the wins that he won for? That's a good question. I
Woody?
Woody, most
Annie
people-
Hall, Midnight in Paris,
Paris.
and
her sisters.
Yeah.
Anna and her sisters and Bullets Over Broadway.
No.
No, he didn't win for that.
Annie Hall.
No.
Yeah. Annie Hall.
Just three.
Just three. So Annie Hall before, or after
Anna and her sisters and Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in Paris. Yeah. Okay.
I think we're up to
how many screenplay wins do the Coen brothers have now?
just
One.
two.
Is it just
Just
two?
one.
Adapted for No Country,
Oh,
original.
Fargo.
Original
Yeah.
Fargo.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're up to David Poland for this one.
Woohoo!
Who has received the longest standing ovation in Oscar history?
I know that.
Jesus. It's got to be Pitt.
I know that.
Who has received the longest standing ovation in Oscar history?
Yes.
I'm
Not
just
LA
guessing.
fan.
What? La La Land.
Good guess.
It went on
Good
to another
guess, no.
movie. No idea.
Okay, Jalal.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it Charlie Chaplin?
It is Charlie Chaplin.
Very good, Jalal.
Jalal, how did you
12
know that?
minutes. Could you guys
Yeah.
imagine
For
12
Limelight.
Yeah,
I
12
googled
minutes.
it last night.
Insane.
For Limelight.
I think the next closest one now is Parasite. Parasite had a really big one.
Didn't Al Pacino have a
it's the
super
second
long
now.
one too?
Pacino had a very long
And
one.
Scorsese.
One,
That's
too.
for Pacino.
Yeah.
And what about Katharine Hepburn? Didn't Katharine Hepburn have a really long one?
No, because she's
finally
never
showed up?
there.
Well,
But I thought she showed up one time, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
but
the one
not
time she
not
showed up,
just
no?
to present.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
That bitch.
You guys look at Erik.
yeah.
Ralph-
Ralph Van Sendren said Christopher Reeve was pretty long too. when
Yes,
he-
it was.
Yeah.
Look at you guys.
That's
Look
what
at
she
Eric's
said.
background, everybody.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What? I
Who's
don't know what
that
you're talking
girl?
about.
Who's that
Jalal.
girl?
It's fucking Who's That Girl, bitch.
Jalal, you ready? Who is the youngest acting Oscar winner of all time? Which film did they win for, and how old were they when they won?
Do I
Not
get
my
2
question.
points or 1?
So I will give you 3 points if you get all 3 of these right. Who was the
Well, I
youngest?
missed the third question. Who is it and how old they were?
Yep, youngest acting Oscar winner of all time. Which film did they win for, and how old were they when they won?
It's Jackie Cooper for Skippy. And was he 11?
It's not any of that.
Is it not?
No.
I think I know it.
I got this
He
one.
won,
The
right? Am I making
competitive
that up?
Oscar.
I think
Marshall,
Tatum
I think I know
O'Neal.
it as well.
Tatum
What?
O'Neal,
Moon.
Paper Moon,
Yeah.
10 years old.
10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Marshall,
I was going to
you-
ask for clarification on competitive or not, because then Shirley Temple would
Right,
kind of
right.
be a thing.
Honor? No, yeah. Special honoraries? No. Sorry, Judy Garland.
Jackie Cooper won, though, right? He just wasn't the youngest.
No.
No, I think it was
Youngest
just
nominated.
Nominated.
He did
Oh,
not
he was
win.
Fine.
nominated. Never
And they
mind.
like ruined his life on there too. It was awful.
right.
Paquin was so old.
Who
Marshall.
Paquin's just an old. Paquin is just an old lady.
She was 12.
She was like 12 or 11
Oh,
or something.
ancient.
Marshall.
Okay.
Parasite is the first foreign language film to win the Oscar for Best Picture, but what was the first foreign language film nominated?
Oh, shoot.
Ooh.
I know this one.
Yeah.
I know this one too.
I think I know.
I somehow know it.
Is
I
it
think.
The Grand Illusion?
It is Grand Illusion.
Yes.
Oh, good job, Marshall.
Good.
I was gonna say Z.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say me too.
Well done.
I'm just like, I did research on this for Sasha like last year. I
I
better
know.
be able to pull it out for this. So, okay.
Two-parter for you, Marshall.
Okay.
Let's see if you can get both of them. What is the longest Best Picture winner of all time, and what is the shortest?
Oh,
Oh.
that's
Longest
tough. I could not.
Lawrence of Arabia?
So,
No, okay. Okay, well,
So,
yeah, the
there
shortest
is-
one. The shortest one is Marty.
the shortest one is Marty.
Yes.
there is an asterisk if you do say Lawrence of Arabia, because there is another answer, but that's including the intermission and all of that.
Overture, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. So technically speaking, in terms of actual screen time, it is Lawrence of Arabia. But, and I'll give it to you for that. But do you know what the other one is?
Come on.
No, it's actually
Return of the King.
It's
Not Titanic.
according to this, it's 1 minute longer.
Wow.
all right.
Move to the next. Move to the next.
I'm gonna move to the next one. I'll take the point from Marty, but
Okay, fine, fair enough. Oh Jesus! 5 films have won Best Picture without a Best Director nomination. They are.
Do I get this one?
So
it's,
Sasha,
it's Will, right?
I think we're staying with you because you kind of won.
Okay, that's fine. What was the question again?
5 films have won Best Picture without a Best Director nomination. They are.
and answer in the form of a
Argo.
question.
Is it Argo?
Argo.
Argo's
Is
one.
it Dance? Is it Driving Miss Daisy?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And something very recently.
Hey, no hints. No hints.
Sorry,
Sasha.
sorry.
Green Book.
Green Book.
You're too good of a person.
Hamlet.
Nope.
No, Hamlet had a best.
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on
Okay,
from
that's fine.
Marshall to
That's fine.
Will.
I know Grand Hotel is one of them.
Grand Hotel is one of them.
Yep.
Yep.
Those are
That's
the
it.
4.
One more. I know it. Come on.
Somebody
Fuck.
just texted it to me, but
I mean,
didn't
okay,
find it.
is it Wings?
It's Wings.
There
Yeah,
you go.
okay.
Very good. Well,
How does that work? Because he didn't have. Well, because I got 3 and he got 2.
Wait, what were the 5?
It's always those early weird
It
movies.
was
yeah, it's Wings,
Wings, Grand Hotel.
Argo, Driving Miss Daisy, Green Book.
Green Book. And there's going to be more because of the weird way things are split.
Yeah, how's score going to be cut down that one, man?
Wait, but by the way, can I just go back a quick second to the longest Best Picture winner?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so technically, it's Gone with the Wind, and then unofficially, it's Lord of the Rings: Return of the King because of the extended version.
We don't know.
That
I don't know. I don't know.
Version was not up
But
there.
Gone with the Wind is the first answer, I believe.
Right.
It is.
That's
Not Lawrence
the
of
right
Arabia?
answer.
It's
But
not Lawrence of Arabia.
No, I'm
It's
well.
Gone with the Wind.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I double checked this. Lawrence of Arabia did beat Gone with the Wind by I think it was 1 minute. If you include.
What's your source?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't have it.
CNN again. Jesus.
That's why I gave it to the
All
member
right.
character.
That's fine.
All right, so
I knew that
Marshall is a valid
Mark
point, though. How do
answered.
we split points for ours?
Yeah, because that was five parts on that.
Yeah. So
One of you gets
whoever
2,
provided
one
an
gets
answer.
Yeah, take
All
a
right, so
point
3.
each.
So I get 3 points. Matt gets
And
2.
I get
okay.
2, yeah.
3.
Jesus. What?
1 each.
How about 0.6?
Yeah.
Fine. 0.6, 0.4.
All right.
That works. All right, so I guess it's me now.
It is you now. What are the 2 most nominated foreign language films of all time?
Guy.
Roma is one, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
And
Come on, Will.
second one is...
Go. I know
God,
this.
come on.
Is it Parasite? Is it literally... No.
Will, no.
Sure, if that's
Go
your
around,
final
Matt.
answer,
Come on,
yes,
hurry
it
up.
is.
All right, moving on from Will to Joey.
Not Life is Beautiful.
Nope.
I think
Shadon.
it's the one that.
It's Labyrinth?
Nope.
Oh.
No, really.
Mark.
Oh, God,
Okay, Sandra,
Mark, you don't know it. Just pass.
you shut your mouth. God, I was
Can
gonna
I
say
give him a
Band
hint?
Brother.
No.
No.
Of course you can. I have 0
No
points.
hints.
No.
The one
Okay,
with
just
the
think
most-
big foreign
That's
language.
10 seconds.
my
10
God.
seconds. 10 seconds.
Cinema Paradiso.
Go back.
No, should have been.
Clarence.
When's it my turn?
Wait, Clarence got it? Oh, Clarence is
Or
nervous.
soon enough.
I'm answering.
Nathaniel is calmly raising his hand.
Well, no, I didn't know when it's going to be around.
Oh, okay.
I have the answer.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes.
Clarence.
I think I do.
It's the most nominated foreign language film. Is that what
Yes, and there's 2 of them. We already said Roma. What's the other one?
Roma?
Can I say what movies it won the Oscar
No.
for?
No.
Sorry.
Come on.
I'm drawing a blank.
Next.
Ooh.
Okay, Jazz.
Oh, I know what it is now.
Jazz, you know it.
Michael's here.
Yeah,
Or he's trying to be here.
I'm having a brain freeze. A brain like
He doesn't know. She doesn't know.
As soon as Sasha said she knows, I knew what it was.
Yeah.
I think it's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Correct.
Oh,
Correct.
Yes.
It's only one of my favorite movies, and the movie that when I very first started my website, my very first Oscar predictions, I predicted Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon to win Best Picture, and I learned a really important lesson that foreign language films don't win Best Picture until
Parasite.
Well, and it's a callback to that director winners that don't win Best Picture.
Yes, that's a great movie.
Because he won DGA, he won DGA for that and didn't win.
Being Ang Lee and Cuarón.
Oh,
and then
that was
Steven
also a
Soderbergh.
callback. That was also a callback to the Spike Lee question. That question.
Who got that one?
Yes.
I stepped out.
That was a combination of Will for saying Roma and Sasha for saying Crouching Tiger.
So it's after Will. Whoever is after Will goes now.
Yep.
Okay.
And
that
that
would be Joey.
Well, Michael Gray's back with us now. Michael.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Well, he's trying to
get there.
Is he?
Or is him a ghost of Michael Gray?
Tell him to do video. He has to hit video.
Mark, poop? Really? Poop?
I know.
Mark.
I'm just trying to find ways to entertain myself at this point.
Such a man
Hey,
child.
Mark,
All right, let's move over.
I'll send you one of my naked pictures you can put on there.
Let's move over to Clarence. Clarence. What was the first Best Picture nominee to be directed by an African American filmmaker?
Best Picture, you said?
Best Picture nominee to be directed by an African American filmmaker.
I almost said the inverse of that. The first African American to be nominated for Best Director.
This is a tricky one, I think. Sort of.
It's not 12 Years a Slave, is it?
No, it is not,
No.
but very, very close because it was the first win. Chad.
Let's just think beginning of preferential blood or something.
Sasha, you can't help yourself with the hints.
Sorry.
What did you say? I totally missed the hint.
Sorry.
Wait, Clarence, who did you say?
He said 12 Years a Slave.
But it's before that.
Okay, repeat the question.
What was the first Best Picture nominee to be directed by an African American filmmaker?
Oh, it's
Kind of a weird question because it's not what you'd expect it to be. I think, if I'm right about this.
Oh.
Isn't it your
7,
question, Sasha?
8.
It's not my
9.
question.
All right, that's
All right,
time.
Sasha, do you know what it is?
It's Precious.
It is
Yes.
Precious. Yes.
I want Chris Tapley, who Chris Tapley just tweeted me or texted me that answer. I just want you to know, Chris, I actually knew what it was.
Oh,
Wow.
Sasha, you're admitting to cheating on the.
Yeah.
Tapley, where's my
Yeah,
assist?
that's-
man?
I'm gonna back up and say I knew all the answers that I didn't know.
No, I just want to say that I want Chris to know that I knew it was Precious before he texted it.
Lies.
You guys don't believe
Next
me.
time everybody has to
Somebody
turn in their
send us
phones
that
before
sure
playing.
jam gif.
Oh, I told Chris he should sign in with us, but he doesn't want to do it.
Okay, I think
wouldn't
we're up
either.
to Jazz now to start off a question.
Go,
Jazz.
Yeah.
Three Best Picture winners tie the most wins with 11. We know this. But what is the only Best Picture winner to win 10 Oscars?
I know that one.
10.
Oh.
Like, I know.
Just try, Pence.
I'm homosexual.
I know.
Oh, I'm trying to think if I know this. Oh my God.
No hints. I swear I'll punch all of you.
Yeah.
Silence.
10 Oscars.
I need like
Moving over from Jazz to Sasha. Sasha,
not
stop looking at your phone.
I know, this is gonna fucking
God
kill
damn it,
me
Sasha, you
because
cheater.
no, I didn't
Look
know
up.
this one, but I should know this. It's like 10. I really want to pass it to somebody who's going to be excited about
Pass it
answering.
to Mark Johnson.
Well, technically,
I'm
Clayton.
passing
Mark's not
to-
gonna know.
no,
Oh my
no,
God,
no.
Mark, that background's amazing.
Clayton.
Mark's the best
Is it,
background.
is it to me?
Yep, it's up to you.
Oh, with 10 wins?
Yep.
It's going to be like Sound of Music.
I think
Did I say
it's
it?
Ben Hur, but I don't know.
No, that one.
Me and Joey should get to announce at the same time.
No.
Damn it.
Okay.
What about me?
Megan, do you know?
That's the one I know so far.
Is it?
Motherfucker.
I'm like never up with the ones I know, damn it.
Oh, I think I figured it out, but
We're up to Megan. Megan, do you know?
Oh wait, I thought it was Ben-Hur, but it's not Ben-Hur.
Okay, bye. Nope.
It's gotta be someone.
No, sure answer.
No.
I'm just saying.
No. Mute.
Stay friendly.
We are
Mute.
we are officially
Goodbye.
up to Eric Anderson.
What's that story?
What's that story?
For fuck's sake.
What do you say?
It's West
West
Side
Side
Story.
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 I object
Who
to
the
being
fucking
right after
faggots are
Eric
here?
and all these
It's
lineups.
gotta be gay.
I was thinking Sound of Music, but I guess I'm wrong
wait,
about
wait, Eric, you're gay?
Dude, no, dude. No, see?
If he's not gay, we're all fucked.
That chick is hot. I wanna like her. Like hot.
No,
Get the wrong
It's so fucking hot, dude.
What about the cat?
I don't know.
All right,
That was
Sasha.
good. That was a good one. Yes. Oh my God, I got a question.
Isn't it my turn?
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
it's
Eric.
it's Big
Is it
E's
my
turn.
turn?
Oh wait, I
think
thought we
Eric-
went to. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Sorry. It is
Big E
Eric.
is up.
Hey, whatever.
All right,
I'm,
all right.
It doesn't matter to me.
No. I got you, man. I got you. What is the least rewarded Best Picture winner in history?
Oh,
come on.
easy.
Come
There's
on.
fun.
What kind of question is that?
It's a gimme.
Wait,
One
that's,
that was
I
sent
don't
in.
It's a
like that.
gimme.
I don't like the ones that have the answer for this particular movie because it's like it's all there are some movies that like always come up, and this is one of
Yeah.
them. Like it's
Yeah.
always the
I
answer.
love this movie. I just want to say that.
The least rewarded Best Picture winner in history.
Come
Hey,
on.
Nathaniel, I'm so
Bye.
glad. you like
Okay,
it. I-
to clarify, do you mean in the total number of wins?
I mean,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, come on, Matt.
there's only
No,
Two.
clarify the question.
There's
Oh,
only
the
one
question.
man.
The
Clear.
question is simply.
I mean,
there's
there's
the one that won Best
one.
Picture,
There's
but
only
like the
one.
least amount of awards also.
There's only one nomination and one win.
Yeah.
There's only one, and it
Such a
goes
big hint.
all the
You
way
just
back.
gave it away,
Grand
Matt.
Hotel.
It's
Yeah.
Grand Hotel. Thank you.
Yeah,
Way
but
more than 10 seconds. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
that was
no,
way more than 10
I
seconds.
agree.
I knew what it was, but we've had all these like weird questions that require a little
I
bit.
know, but that was
Sasha.
it's like
That's an
hiding.
easy one.
All right. Well, how about
That was
this
a
one? then?
hiding in
I'll give you a
plain
layup for this one. Here's a layup.
David's background.
4
Is
films.
that a sports reference? I don't know.
4 films within the last 20 years have received 10 Oscar nominations and went home with 0 Oscars. What are those 4
Oh.
films?
Wow.
Oh,
I know one of them.
Wait,
I know
one.
three of. I know
I have one.
4 of them.
four
I
in
know.
10 years?
4 in 20 years.
I know one.
Oh, in 20 years?
Yes.
They're gonna have the same one.
I got it.
Does.
Oh, I know 2. Yeah, I know 2.
I'm
yeah.
actually totally.
Wait, what is 20 years from now? I've had too much wine.
2000.
1967.
Who's this to? This to Joey?
From
It's to me.
no, it's to
Oh.
him.
Oh,
10 nominations, 0 wins.
Correct. And there's 4
Stop
of them.
typing,
in the last
Marshall.
20 years.
I see you.
Yeah, someone's cheating.
Gangs of
I'm
New
not
York,
cheating.
Gangs of New York is 1.
The Irishman.
The
Yep.
Irishman's another
Very
one.
good.
Poor Marty.
Fuck
Those are the
me.
two.
Come on.
Can I give him a hint?
No.
Oh,
No, Sasha, stop.
she's a monster.
Only
It's
know
because
one.
you're a mom. I get it. I respect that, but still.
That's
no.
right. It is.
I
Happy,
think
happy
we're gonna
Mother's
give-
Day.
No, I give up.
And we're going to give the other 2
No.
points
Happy
possibly.
Mother's
Happy Daddy's
Nathaniel.
Day.
Boy, there's,
I'm passing, so yeah.
I can't even.
No, come on. Let me give you a hint.
The
No.
only
Oh, I wouldn't wait past
Who's it
10
goes to
seconds.
now?
Move on.
Guys. Nathaniel's going to try and get the other 2.
Please
Right.
do it.
But I just want to clarify because the thing that's throwing me about the question is I'm only limited to 20 years.
4
Yeah.
films
Yes.
within the last
Yeah,
20
too.
years, so 2000 on, have
So I
received
can't-
10
So
Oscar
I can't have
nominations.
the turning point, which to me is like so
Yeah.
unfair that I don't.
That's 11. No,
No.
11 and 0. So is the color purple, but that those
So
aren't
we
in
already,
the.
we already said The Irishman and
Irishman and Gangs of New
Gangs of
York,
New York.
were the 2 that we
I
said.
know the other 2. I wish I
I
could
know
give
it
you that.
too.
Yeah.
I feel like an idiot.
No, it's okay. Can I give him a hint?
No.
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 All right.
The answer is always going to be no, Sasha. It's always going to be no.
Cut Sasha's audio.
Cut feed.
All right, we're moving on from Nathaniel over to David. David,
Megan!
over 2 films.
I have to unmute myself. I missed the joke. What's the question now?
The question is: 4 films within the last 20 years have received 10 Oscar nominations, but they all went home with 0.
Oh, and of course, I just remembered.
And we know that 2 of them are.
2 of them are Scorsese movies.
Yep, Gangs of New York and The Irishman. What are the other 2?
Deserved.
What was this? Are we
I'm doing a sort of a dance.
So chorus line the movie, obviously.
No.
No.
Didn't get any nominations for anything. Did it
Looks Dance Noms 10? I don't think so.
Oh my God.
Dreamgirls didn't get 10 nominations, did it?
No. All right. I think he's out.
He got like 6.
All right, Jalal.
Sasha's got me confused.
What were the 2 that were said? Can you repeat the ones that were said?
The Irishman and Gangs of New York. What are the
Scorsese movies?
American Hustle's the number 1.
Thank God. I have the. Come on, guys.
American Hustle. Do the Hustle.
Oh, that was the Hustle?
American Hustle.
Have you ever done the Hustle, Sasha?
He's come to me.
We're starting with the year 2000.
Hey, you have to do it in the voice if it comes to you.
Wait, stop. Hold on, Jalal. What was the question?
Oh, are we starting?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
You broke up, Jalal.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we starting with the year 2000?
Yes.
Yes.
There's one more. I gotta give him a hint, you guys.
There's
no.
Sorry.
American Hustle, The Irishman, and what?
It's never gonna come to anybody's mind because it's such a weird thing. But that's okay.
It's not weird at all.
Right after me.
It's like well known for.
All right, moving on from Jalal
Sort
to
of.
Marshall. Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, he's got. They got the 3 I knew of. I can't pull the 4th one.
Hell yeah! Let's go to me. Goes to me. Oh, my favorite voice of all time.
Yeah, there you
True
go.
Grit.
True Grit.
Right.
What is he
Yeah.
got in?
True Grit.
True Grit.
True Grit. Second
2
one.
nominations, 0 wins.
I thought
I
it was
told you it was
for
weird.
some reason. I thought it was bad.
Which one?
Look at Erik and
Babel.
Megan's background.
I know.
Check your Twitter notifications.
Fun fact. Fun fact. True Grit is the first DVD that AwardsCircuit was ever quoted on.
Hey, that is cool.
Who got the
John
first 2 for that one? Was that
Foot,
Erik or
John
Nate? I'm sorry.
I still can't believe
Erik got the
that
first 2.
it's-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
What's
since
the
we
point total, Marshall? Just curious. I don't know. Just curious.
Erik,
think I have
is in the lead
12.
with 7. Well, I don't even know how.
With 7?
We're doing fractional points on some of these, I guess, so, with like multiple parts. So, I mean, I have Erik in the lead with 7.5. So.
Wait, and who's in second?
Eric's in the lead.
John Foot.
This bitch.
Who's that girl?
I'm in second with like 4.6. I have Clayton with 4.
0.6.
What is this? How am I getting cucked like this?
That stupid 5-question one where I had to answer 5 parts, and then I said
We need
readers
readers.
so I got 3, you got 2, so
Scorekeepers
0.6.
next time.
All right, Nathaniel.
All right, who's next?
Nathaniel.
Nate.
Yay!
I think there's some Newt Gingrich level cheating going on here.
Wait, Nathaniel, you ready?
In the end, the points don't matter.
Is there an echo?
I'm hearing
There
the
is an
background.
echo. Hold on, I'm gonna mute
There's
Marshall
about
for a minute.
20 people talking, so I don't know.
How am I getting cucked like this?
Oh, actually,
Oh,
Nathaniel.
it's
That's
a
weird.
delay.
Clayton,
Somebody's got the YouTube.
Because people are
link up.
watching the feed.
Clayton can mute anybody they want.
Yes.
Clayton has the power.
Somebody has the YouTube link, and we can hear the audio 20 seconds later.
Yeah,
coming
just
through
turn off the
Erik, I
audio on the
think.
YouTube.
Somebody's watching
There you go.
YouTube.
There you
They have
go.
to do
Sorry,
that.
that was
All right,
me.
Nathaniel.
My bad.
The audio waves are clear for you, my friend.
No, I just wanted to see. Anyway, sorry.
I think you're gonna get. I think you're gonna get this one. Let's see though. Which film received 9 Oscar nominations but did not receive 1 for Best Picture?
This is to me.
No. This is for Nathaniel.
No, I got the last one. I got True Grit.
Yeah, he got two.
No, but it goes to the next person who got the original question.
Oh, okay.
Because it was
The
a
person,
multiple.
whoever got the original
Gotcha,
True
gotcha.
Grit question, it goes after them.
So is
The
it me?
order is correct.
Yeah, it's you, Nathaniel.
It's they shoot horses, don't they?
Correct.
Wow,
Oh,
dude,
wow.
that's impressive. You could
Because
tell
it's an
that.
amazing movie. Everybody should see it.
Oh, I love
Wow, I'm so impressed with you. I never figured that out in a million years. I swear to God.
Nathaniel,
I'm so glad you got that. I love
what was the first Best Picture winner to be a film festival acquisition?
it. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. That's a really good question. Oh my God, is it Marty?
No.
It should be though, because that won in Cannes. But
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking.
But it was straight from the studio.
Yeah.
Correct. This is I'm
Who's,
not.
who's after Nathaniel?
I'm not going to give a hint. I almost
no
did.
hints.
David Poland is up next.
David, you should. I think if I'm right,
I think David's gonna know it. He should know it.
He's not there.
I don't even know where he is on the screen.
Oh, no, wait, he's
there
back.
he is. Okay.
He's
All
back.
right,
Pretty sure it's
question.
Would that be the piano?
No.
Didn't
win Best
I
Picture.
think it's.
I think
that's true.
Sasha.
Can I just?
Jalal.
Sasha.
Jalal. What was the
You're
first
muted,
Best Picture
Jalal.
winner to be a film festival acquisition?
I think
Marty
it's,
was a remake.
Wait,
so
Jalal's
it
gonna
couldn't have been.
type it. Type it, Jalal.
I think I do too.
Jalal, you're still muted.
Turn on your mic, Jalal.
Can you hear
There
me?
you go.
Oh, there he is.
That's right. My audio is okay. The first one was Spotlight.
No.
no
It's okay.
before that.
Good guess though. Good
Before
guess.
that.
Marshall.
Yeah. Okay.
You're muted, Marshall. Oh, sorry. I think I have to unmute you. Sorry. Go ahead. Now you can talk.
Okay, I'm gonna guess Crash.
It is
No.
Crash.
Yeah.
Is it? Is it
gonna
not?
say
Wait.
eyebrows.
Is it not American
it was-
Beauty?
Slumdog Millionaire.
No, American Beauty came directly from DreamWorks at that time.
Yeah.
What about Slumdog?
But did it get
Millionaire?
picked up at TIFF?
I
Well,
thought it was
Slumdog was
after,
acquisition.
but Crash
Slumdog
was
was
after
after
TIFF
Crash.
the year before.
Say again.
Duh.
What was that, Eric?
I thought it was Slumdog as well, like Sasha, but
But it was
Crash
after.
No,
Crash was pulled from TIFF the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's always
Right.
listed as a 2000, and I think it was like 2004 Indie Spirits.
It's
too.
2004.
Yeah.
So it was the same way that Hurt Locker is
Hurt Locker
actually
was, yeah.
the year before.
Okay.
Which is
now,
which is more
funny.
bullshit. Which is more
Is
bullshit.
it Crash
than
the
Dwarf Action
original
1.
C word?
I have a sidebar here I want to add, which is that Chris, since he's watching this game, Chris Tapley, he and I do this thing every year where we read out the Best Picture winner the way that the person read it, and we always go Crash. Titanic.
Crash.
You gotta
It
add
does like the eyebrows after.
Yeah.
Braveheart was
turns
actually an
and goes,
acquisition.
"Whoa."
And
Braveheart was actually
Titanic-
acquired during production.
Oh, Braveheart.
So Braveheart was actually not originally a Paramount movie. They acquired it during the movie. Yeah. It wasn't a festival acquisition.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Was festival distinction in that question?
Yes, it was. But
Okay.
that's really interesting. I didn't know that about Braveheart.
Yeah.
Okay, so who originally had that question? I'm sorry, I lost track this time.
Was it
that
still
Dave?
Crash?
I
No,
think
it was David.
It was David.
That was
that
David
had that
right,
question.
originally. All right, so Jalal.
Hi.
Hey.
I thought I was number 2 in that one.
No.
Oh, well.
2 movies stand at the top with 8 and 7 Oscar wins, but no wins for Best Picture. What are
Wow. Oh, that's
Cabaret.
you know one of
they?
these.
Cabaret.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got
Did
it.
you just call me a faggot, Sasha?
I said you got it. You got it.
And you said the second was 7 nominations.
7 wins. 7 wins.
7 wins. Yeah, 7 wins.
Yep. Cabaret's got 8.
Shut
Which
up.
film has 7?
Call 911.
7 wins.
I would pay money for Sasha to call me a faggot.
What was that, Jalal?
Chinatown?
No.
What was that?
No. That's okay. Then I don't know.
Marshall. Gravity.
Yep.
It is Gravity.
Yeah.
I just had a fucking heart attack.
Marshall.
Okay.
Who is the only woman to win 3 competitive Oscars in a single year?
3 competitive Oscars? How
In
is
a
that?
single year. Yep.
Oh, it's
Shoot.
It's got to be like
All right.
songs,
I'm gonna say Bigelow, but it's not Bigelow. So
No.
No, it's
Nope.
because it's got to be screenplay, song, and acting, maybe. No.
Will. All right. Moving on from Marshall over to Will. Will. Stop looking at your phone, Will.
I'm not. I'm staring at the floor. Hands are.
you have to do like hands up checks like every.
I don't know.
Okay. Joey.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm still here. 3 competitive Oscars in 1 year. Kathleen Kennedy? No.
No, she's never won.
Oh, she's never
God
won.
damn it.
Shadan.
No guess I ever give will be as bad as Disney, so I'm just gonna say Jane Campion.
There you go.
but-
What are you
No.
drinking?
What am I drinking?
Yeah.
Because I want some.
It's a vodka cranberry, and I brought my entire bottle of cranberry and my entire bottle of vodka.
Oh my
I have an
god.
entire bottle of
Punch it
wine
on.
and some like cookie butter.
Oh, dude, that stuff is so good.
Mark, this is your moment.
Come on,
It's
Mark.
not his moment.
Because nobody knows about female Academy Award winners more than Mark.
I
Mark,
can go.
you can do it.
I would
The
go
only
with
answer I
Mark,
have is I don't know, Streisand.
Yeah, that was my guess.
Nope, it's not.
Streisand or Streisand?
It's Streisand.
I'm
Streisand.
It's Streisand.
Streisand.
Clarence.
First Wise Club presenting
Clarence.
best song.
Clarence.
Song, screenplay, actor.
Kate Winslet.
Nope.
How dare you?
It's gotta be. I thought it would be Streisand.
She should have 3 Oscars.
You should.
Jazz.
Ooh, beep.
Screenplay.
I'm just
Gotta
gonna,
be.
I'm gonna Google it.
Who? I can't hear you.
Oh, damn it. I think I know it now. Fuck. Can I say a fuck word? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure you
A
can at
fuck
this
word?
point.
It's not. Wait, did you say Jazz?
No, I'm just trying to think where they would have won.
I don't
No.
know. I was thinking song maybe, but for some reason, or screenplay together. But that's why Streisand was the perfect choice. But
All right, Sasha, do you know it or
oh god, just give me one hint. Is it early or late?
no?
When's early
moving
and
on
when's
to-
late?
Sorry, Sasha, I'm not helping you on this one. Clayton.
I was refilling. What is even the question?
The only woman to win 3 Oscars in one night.
I gotta go refill too. Hang on.
I'm gonna go Julia Phillips, but I think that's wrong.
Nope.
Yeah.
Megan.
I went to school with her.
She was fun.
Yes, though.
Yeah.
Because she had that whole book about winning. And being
Yeah.
I used to drink with her too.
Yeah. For people who don't know, Julia Phillips was the first woman nominated for Best Picture on this thing.
And the great
Sorry.
fallbuster of all time.
I have no
Is
idea.
that cruising as your background?
All right, Erik. Do
That's
you know
well,
who it
somebody
is?
said something about gay people, so I thought I'd go for it.
I respect that so much.
Erik, we're up to you.
No,
Woman
I
for
mean, at
Jalal.
first I was
Is it my
thinking Karen
turn?
Martin, but she only won 2 twice, and now
I
I'm
Pacino'd for you, Jalal.
Oh, I'm blanking.
Okay, Nathaniel.
I think Joey knows.
I don't.
Wait, what
I
were
know
the
nothing.
guesses already?
So, well,
I said Bigelow, but
Streisand, Bigelow, Catherine
Streisand was a
Martin.
good choice, but it wasn't Streisand.
oh,
Does anyone know but me?
so Jalal knows.
Oh, do
And
you? think?
nobody's given.
Oh, I
an
know
answer.
it. Oh, it just came to me. Oh,
That's what she said.
Oh,
I want to say Emma Thompson, but that's not
no.
right.
Oh, I hate it so
Nope,
much.
Nope.
David Poland. Do you know?
Sophia, is it Sophia Coppola?
No.
3 wins in one night.
Mark, you're going to hate
Yeah, two,
yourself.
isn't
Yeah, that's why I said, Mark, this is your moment.
Oh,
I'm a lousy human.
no.
Just
Mark,
lousy.
I
Just
love you.
lousy.
Damn it.
Oh my
David Poland, do you know
god.
who it is?
Joey, you said you know it?
I don't fucking know anything.
No, Jalal knows.
Jalal knows
All
it.
right,
Jalal knows.
Jalal,
knows.
Jalal,
My
it's up
turn.
to you. Who is it?
It's Return of the King, right?
It's Return of the King.
Walsh.
Oh, Walsh.
That's
And Walsh.
Fuck Return of
Thought it was
the
right
King.
at song.
Yeah,
One
I mean,
back.
like,
yeah.
Return
away.
of the
Original
King.
song, best adapted
Oh.
screenplay, best
Yeah.
picture.
Oh,
Drink with her too.
Asshole.
Matt, can
Yes.
you repeat that?
Sasha, you're muted. You're talking.
It's
Beautiful.
Fran Walsh for Lord of the Rings: The Return to King, best
Yes.
adapted screenplay, best original song, and best picture.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Clayton.
Wow.
No problem, Sasha.
Beautiful.
And she should have gotten more.
Let's perform that Enya song for good measure.
Let's not.
She directed a lot of that movie.
Will Michael just texted me. He was like, "Fran Walsh, damn it!"
Mark, by the way, Nirvana, Nevermind's like one of my top 5 favorite.
What is Erik doing?
Well done, sir.
Where'd Erik go?
Eric
I think he went AFK.
Yeah, I had to get a refill.
I still have Eric here.
It's refill time.
Okay, now I think we started off on that question with I don't know. We went through everyone on that one.
Yeah, we went through everyone pretty much.
Yeah, I got the answer for a change.
Yeah, I feel like Mark hasn't got a question. I've
yet to have a question first. I don't
All right,
know
well,
how this
you know
game
what?
works.
Let's start with Mark.
Not that I'm going to get it right, but you know.
Mark, how many animated films have been nominated for Best Picture?
Oh, come on, Mark.
Hey.
Why?
3.
Yes.
Yes.
Name the 3.
on the board.
Yeah, for extra points.
Beauty
name
and
it.
the Beauty and the Beast.
She's a Cosmo girl.
No, Toy Story 3. Toy Story 3.
Yeah, it's very good.
Okay, come on, you got it.
No,
I also have a
and I
couple.
made the cover.
Tale as old as time.
Well,
I have a couple.
The tale as old as time.
He
You
said
already
it.
said it.
I got a point. Listen, I got a point.
Matt, would you mind that I ask the next question because we have some readers that submitted.
Yeah.
Some,
Oh my God. Please. Yes.
And they,
Is it still me?
yeah.
Yes.
No, because you got it.
I mean,
Yeah, you got the
4
original question.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So who's after Mark?
Doesn't it stay with
Oh,
me?
it stays with you? Okay,
Stays
sorry.
with everybody else.
Settle down, Beavis.
Oh
all
my
right.
God.
From Paul Hardister, what actor or actress? Oh wait, this is Golden Globes. Never mind. Sorry.
Golden Globe.
It's Oscar Pacific. We can't get into other award shows.
I don't know anything
Should we
about
do some
Golden
Emmy
Globes.
questions?
Yeah.
Do it.
Oh my God.
All of it.
I'm walking out.
All right.
Emmys.
Aren't we supposed to?
All of
Isn't
it.
there questions that aren't trivia? Weren't we supposed to be doing something like that?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
second half. Are we done with how many
Isn't
more
that the
questions do we
AMA?
have?
I mean,
Yeah, we could be done with that because
finally have control of the board.
What's your
I finally
shoe
have
size
control of the board.
for like all the foot fetishists? I don't know.
Quentin
I've got, listen,
Tarantino.
guys,
What?
I've got like 3 questions left essentially. So
Go ahead. Just say it out.
Let's
Let's
finish it.
do a
Do
round
it.
robin.
all right, let's see. Let's
Can
see.
I
if
just-
We
we
can
Yells it out
wrap it up
first
and I can
wins.
win.
Wait, before you do, let me just say, as the really bad host, let me just say that anybody who has to go, I know Clarence might have to. It's okay when we do. I mean, if you can stay, great. If you can't, it's no problem. But that's all. Okay, so move on.
You're very enabling.
Fran,
What do you got, like a family or something? What the fuck?
do you have a life?
What the fuck?
Hungry.
The fuck.
It's late. It's 8 o'clock here.
It's 8
I'm
o'clock.
starving.
Here.
I'm fucking
Alcohol is
hungry.
for.
You wouldn't
I've had
like
too
me when
much
I'm not
wine.
eating.
That's true.
Anybody?
Okay.
Hey, I can also tell you if you want to get food and eat on the thing, nobody's going to care. So if you're hungry, you want to
Okay,
grab a
we're gonna
sandwich or
judge this
whatever.
shit
All
out.
right.
David Poland
I have
just
a
going
spoon.
like
Make sure to eat salad.
Oh my God, Mark.
Salad's really good on
Crunch some
camera.
ice cubes.
Okay, Mark just
There you
wins
go.
best background again.
I know, seriously, Mark
It's
is
like
killing
Mark's
it.
best. Yeah. Mark is the best
what
guy.
I can contribute to this damn thing. all
David
right?
Poland and Fred
I'm
Walsh.
very
I see you,
resentful that I
David.
can't do it.
Pretty wonderful.
Amazon
I
has
hate
sent
that
us
I-
all food so we can eat. Amazon's
Next time-
sponsoring this now.
What are you eating, Joey?
It's cookie butter.
I made ice cream out of that last
Jazz
summer.
would like this.
I love
Oh,
it.
Joey,
and
I
of
made
course,
cookie
Will
butter
has
ice
been
cream
showing
last
pictures
summer.
of
It's
his
so
meat.
good.
Really?
Right.
Shit.
All right,
Because
so
I'm a
Alright.
homosexual and I
Sasha, how
don't
do
eat
you want me to
solids.
handle? How do you
I
want me to
prefer
handle
nut
these
butter
final questions?
personally, but
Oh,
Okay,
I've
so
heard that
wait,
about you.
everybody,
You whore.
Daddy butter.
hush, children, hush. Okay, so now we got to go to the next question. Who just won something?
I
Somebody.
did.
Yeah, Mark.
I
Mark.
did.
So Mark's
Yeah.
next.
Wait, Mark won something?
Right? And now we're gonna stop playing, right?
All right, Mark. Let's see.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Stop till you drop. Which country has the most wins for best foreign language film?
It's either France or Italy, I think, but I'll go. God
No,
damn.
it's not that. It can't be
no?
because
I'm gonna say Italy anyway.
It's Italy.
It's Italy.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's Italy.
I think France is second.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
It is Italy and France.
I
Yeah.
screwed you up. I thought.
No,
Good
you
job,
didn't.
Mark.
I knew where I was going.
Good job. Two more questions. Let's finish this
Sorry. Mark's gonna kill us all.
What was the last film to have 2 Best Actress nominations, and what was the last film to have 2 Best Actor nominations?
I know.
Oh.
this.
Who cares about
I
best
got it.
actor?
Say that again.
Both times.
So the last film to have 2 Best Actress and the last film to have 2 Best Actor. Is that right?
Correct.
I think
Is this
Eric's
for
next.
anybody?
No, it's for Mark.
one. For Mark.
Oh,
Actor was that
Anybody?
Amadeus?
Yes.
And best
Amadeus.
actress, I want to say, was Thelma and Louise.
Very good.
Mark!
Wow.
You get
Thelma
the
and Louise. I know a little bit
Right.
about this shit. All right.
Wait, no, Thelma
Could have
and
been
Louise
Kids
wasn't
Are
nominated.
Alright.
Yeah.
What's
All
that?
right, Mark.
What?
Was this Best Picture nominees? Because Thelma and Louise missed.
No, wasn't
No,
Best
Best
Picture
Actress.
nominated.
No, just Best Actress.
It was just
Yeah.
period 2 Best
Let's
Actress.
only
just
talk
two
about Best
films.
Actress.
Stop trying to take away my points, Will. I only have like
I hate
two,
you.
right?
All right, guys, last two questions.
Oh, Mark.
There's always more.
All right. Well, actually, there is one that I skipped before because I didn't know if anybody would be able to answer it.
Oh yeah, come to the hard one now. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to.
Like
He's
the
knocking
first
you
10
down.
words.
Okay. I'm not going to give you the hard one. I'll give you. All right.
Yeah,
That's what she
I've
said.
heard that one before. Matt.
Yeah, it's an excuse.
And you know what?
gotta-
That's
Eric.
not how it turns out.
Eric, you gotta earn that. You gotta earn that one, Eric.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
All right, Mark.
Chris Tapley will know.
This is the last question that is not a multi-parter. So it's just you're either right or you're
I
wrong.
like the non-multi-target.
All right. So what is the only film to have 3 nominations for Best Supporting Actress?
Ooh.
Oh, I know this.
God.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
What is the only film to have 3 nominations for Best Supporting Actress?
Oh, this is a really bad one because I know it, but I don't know it.
Oh, is this like a
Nominations for Best Supporting Actress.
It feels like weird.
Wow.
It's like tip of my. You know what it is. Like you
Yeah.
can see it in your mind, but like you
I'll
can't.
just say I'll say The Hours.
No, but good guess.
How?
That's a
Good
bad
guess.
guess.
Those
Yes.
Clarence.
No, it's a good guess.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know.
It's not the help, is it?
Clarence.
The only film with 3 supporting actress nominations?
Yes.
Bullets Over Broadway?
Negative.
No, that was 2, right?
Was it
Yeah,
two?
yeah,
was
Tilly
two.
and Weiss.
Yeah.
How dare we not talk about Jennifer Tilly's Oscar nomination?
Like every single day.
Thank you, Megan. Every day.
All right, Jazz, we're up to you.
Then I'm next. God.
It's not The Hours. Wait, it's not Chicago.
Let's do a podcast with.
It's not Chicago.
You're gonna do
I
a
don't know.
podcast about the hours?
It's not Chicago.
All right,
I don't know.
All right, so Sasha, what's your guess?
My guess is wah, wah. It's like Julia or something like that.
I just got a text message from Michael Schwartz. He says, I just looked this up and no one is going to get it. So I see Nathaniel though with his hand up.
I think I got this one too.
I have a guess.
Clayton?
I think I got this one.
I know the last supporting actors. That's The Godfather. I don't know. I know it's something early, and I can't think of the film.
Megan?
It's not. No, it's not.
Wait, is it back to me?
Yep.
Yes.
It's not Hannah and her sisters.
No.
Oh, wait, no.
No.
Eric Anderson.
Nathaniel knows because he does that SmackDown every year.
Adorable little hand.
Yeah, he does
I know.
the supporting
The best supporting actress SmackDown.
He should be
Is Nathaniel
disqualified.
next?
He is next.
Nate's after
I'm
you.
gonna pass to Nathaniel.
All right, Nathaniel, what
It
is it?
is Tom Jones.
It is.
1963.
Wow.
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 Nice job.
Tom,
Good
that's
job.
insane.
Nice
Nobody
job.
can
It is
do
insane.
it.
I only know
Especially-
one of them. Edith
Especially if you
Evans.
see
That's
the
it.
movie. It's
Diane
insane. There's no
Calento,
reason.
Edith Evans, and Joyce Redmond.
Yeah, I
No,
only know Edith
it's like
Evans,
worse
but
than
that sounds
all of
right.
Wait, it's not good. It's not a good movie.
No, it's a fun movie, but it did not
Tom
need
Jones.
three
Tom
supporting
Jones is
actors.
that's a fun movie.
Or a Best
thought it
Picture
was
win.
Criterion. You can see it on
I thought
Criterion
it-
channel
Yep.
right
Okay,
now.
but worse than Oliver is a funny thing.
Great
to
movie.
say.
Okay.
I thought it was
Tom
Eric.
Jones is a great movie.
I
Tom
believe-
Jones is an important movie.
So I believe we started that question off with Mark. So there's 2 questions
Yeah.
left, guys. This is a multi-parter. So
I think he said
everybody-
2 questions left 5 questions ago.
Oh, no, this is literally the last, these are literally the last 2.
All right.
And they're multi-parters,
Jewish
so
goodbye.
we can all work
Clarence.
together to get the question right. Clarence, are you still with us, or?
No, he's gone.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm here.
What a bitch.
this
He's
is just like a
Wait, he's
Springsteen
here.
song. Everyone's like, Clarence, Clarence.
All right, Clarence,
He's
Sal must have rung. Yes.
here we go.
Did Clarence have a blackout?
Clarence?
No, I just moved to a different room so I can.
Bitch has eyes.
Oh man, that is
AirPods.
sketch.
Put on earrings.
That's the masturbation room. I know it.
Oh my god.
I want a masturbation room.
This is rated.
Yeah, welcome to Oscar Trivia After Dark. I'm gonna check.
Yeah, you know, we're like
comments
2 minutes
right
away
now.
from Eric doing a striptease, right? Like that's what's next.
No.
Oh, we're 1 minute away.
No.
Hey, all right, here we go. Here we go. Let's finish.
Your meat right there, Will. I can see it.
Let's finish this.
Nice meat. Yeah,
guys.
really good meat.
6 men have won the Best Director Oscar for their first movie. Name all
Oh my
6.
god.
Oh, no way. That's
Hooper? Was Hooper's first?
Well, hold on. This is for Clarence.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were doing it as a group. My bad.
Well, Clarence is going to
That's
start
wrong,
and see
Mark.
how many he can get.
That's wrong? Okay.
All right. Well,
That's
Tom
too
Hooper.
hard.
Spike
won on
Lee.
their fir-
No.
No.
You mean first film
I'm
or
joking.
first nomination?
Uh-oh.
Wait, been nominated or won?
6 men have won Best Director for their debut, directorial
Yeah.
debut.
Okay.
It wasn't Tom Hooper.
Can we stop saying Tom Hooper?
Okay.
Tom Hooper, Tom Hooper, Tom Hooper.
Da, da,
Cats,
da,
Joey,
da, da.
cats.
The Candyman. He's gonna rip out of the screen if you say it enough.
Eric.
Listen to your mothers, gentlemen.
I pass.
All right, I'm going
have
to pass
two.
over from Clarence to Jazz.
Okay. Kevin
Yeah.
Smith. No.
Costner.
Kevin
Yes.
Costner's 1. Yep.
Yep.
It's 1 point for
Didn't
Jazz.
Sam Mendes
Which
win?
would no, and that leads you to another one like
Right.
Kevin Costner, which
Yeah.
is
These are the only two what did she say so far?
Wait.
All right, guys.
Who
Hold on.
directed? Who fucking? Side Story. Who's?
think actors.
Why? I think Wise did.
That's a huge hit, Sasha.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Okay, Kevin Costner and Sam Mendes. That's all I've got.
Okay. All right. Moving on
No,
from
and
Jazz.
one more.
Nope. Moving on from
No,
Jazz
there's
to Sasha.
four more.
Now,
I think I
Sasha,
have
you can
five.
answer.
I don't know.
Oh, it's me now?
Yes, it is you, Sasha.
Okay, so Robert Redford's another one.
Yeah.
Come on, say
For
one I
ordinary
don't know.
people. So now we've got 3, right?
Yep. And there's 3 more.
Uh-oh, Shadon left. And there's 3 more? Wait, we got 3 already?
Yep.
Oh, I'm just switching rooms. I'll be right back.
So that would be Mel Gibson.
Nope.
Sadly.
No, he did
No,
Man Without
Mel
a Face.
Gibson.
Man Without a Face.
Mel Gibson.
No.
No.
All right.
He didn't direct that, did he?
Yes.
Moving
Yeah, it
over.
was his debut.
All right. Moving over from Sasha now over to Clayton.
James L. Brooks is
Yep.
another.
Terms of Endearment.
Nice.
The Jerome something, the co-director of West Side Story.
I'll give it to
Robbins.
Jerome
yeah.
Robbins.
Yes.
And the other one, I think, I fucking name. I know the movie. Can I tell you the movie?
Okay, tell me the movie.
Marty. Stupid Marty. Director.
It is
I don't
Marty.
remember his name though. What's his
Man.
name?
Delbert.
Delbert Man.
Thank
Delbert
you.
Man.
Thank you.
Good job, everybody.
Oh, Jesus.
Good job, Clayton.
What?
Awesome.
I think even the right side of my body's numb.
Clayton.
It's like a stroke.
Clayton, you get to start us off
You
with
should
the
probably
final,
call
Bell's
somebody
palsy,
about
maybe.
that.
final
What?
question, Clayton. You get to start us off with it.
What?
5 films have won Best Picture and Best Original Song. What are they?
Oh.
God.
Lord of the Rings, Return to the King, and Titanic.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Okay.
Two, you got
Oh, wait, how
3
many?
more.
Oh,
There's
is it-
5.
5.
Oh, 5. Oh, Lord of the Rings, Titanic.
That's the power of love. No.
No.
Shit.
Huey Lewis in the news.
All right, moving
Sure.
on from Clayton. He got 2. Let's move
You
on
got
to
2.
Megan. Megan.
I like how we just started enforcing 10 seconds now.
It got out of hand.
These are
way
you
out of
Jesus.
have to have more than 10 seconds for
Yeah.
these multi-part questions.
Yeah.
West Side Story.
Clayton needs more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
What do you
No,
say?
not
Side
West Side
Story.
Story. Let's move over now to
America didn't win?
I like how you're just very dismissive. Like, no.
Wasn't America written
I'm
for the play, not the movie?
Maybe. I thought America won.
Hey, what?
Oh.
Me?
Yes.
Why me?
Because
gonna
I'm
be
sorry.
some,
I'm
like,
sorry. You're right.
weird-
Yeah, you're after Megan.
Yeah, you're after me.
Go home, Eric. You're drunk.
So, Best Picture and Best Original Song.
And we've
Yeah.
got Titanic and Lord of the Rings: Return of the King.
That's all I know.
I'm gonna pass.
All right, moving on from
All right, moving
Eric
on.
now to Nathaniel.
There's so much pressure.
I know
There
it
is a
is.
lot
so
of
much
Final
pressure.
question, man.
I can't.
I
even-
certainly do
Wait,
not know
5
that.
have won Best Picture and Best
and best
Original Song?
Correct.
Mhm.
I'm counting 3 right now.
Wait,
There's-
no, we're already said.
Surely there's a musical that's done it.
There's like
Which
40
ones were already
musical
said?
pictures.
Oh, okay.
We have Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Titanic.
Gigi's one. Good job, Nathaniel.
Titanic.
Yeah.
Now there's only
Gigi
2
and-
more left. 2 more.
Is there one of them we've
Felt like
complained
that.
about a lot tonight?
There
Oh
isn't.
shit.
2 more left.
I have one that I think could.
Oliver.
All right, moving on from Nathaniel over to David Poland.
I got 1
David.
point at least.
I just blocked the whole thing. Let's see. Can I hear you? Can you hear me? You can hear me.
Yep. You're good.
By the way, Delbert Mann had directed Marty for television before he directed it for the movies.
Oh, wow.
So it's
But it
kind of a
wasn't-
shitty position. I mean, I'm not saying it's his first feature film, technically, but it's kind of like a rough one there. Anyway,
Chicago. No, that's not original.
No, Chicago didn't win for best song.
8 Mile won.
Dylan best song.
8 Mile didn't win best picture.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
This is a really obvious one that he just.
There is an obvious one.
I'm so pissed right now.
Yeah.
It's one that. Can I just give a hint? It's one that's won everything.
No. It's who's that girl?
Wait.
All right,
Batman and
moving on.
Robin.
Oh, really?
All right, hold on. Back up.
Batman and Robin.
Back up. David.
No, Joey, it's
no.
almost my turn.
Batman and Robin.
All right, moving on from David.
I only know
Jalal,
one other
Jalal,
one because
Jalal.
Jai Ho.
It's Jai Ho.
Oh.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Wait, do we get the fifth? Do we got the 5th one?
There is one more.
Yeah,
In my
I
world, the 5th one is Miss Seeley's Blues, and that's how we're gonna end this.
I think Joey knows.
Nominated one best
I
picture.
know. All right, it's
Joey
not
definitely
that.
knows it. Give
I
it
know
to
this one.
Joey.
I got
Joey
it. I got it.
knows.
Give it to
Let
Joey.
Joey have it.
Isn't it going my way?
It's
Oh.
going.
Yes.
Bringing on a
Oh,
star.
That was for.
Yes.
Good job, Joey.
Wait,
Yes.
it's going my
Hey,
way?
you skipped me though. It's all right. All right, that's fine.
Okay, so
Wait, hold on.
That was a shot in the dark. Was it right?
Wait, did someone say Mary
Yeah, bringing on the
Poppins?
star.
No.
Mary Poppins
Mary
didn't win.
Poppins
Best
Poppins
Picture.
didn't win
Best
Wait,
Picture.
no, Joey's
Oh,
right.
yeah, duh. Never mind. My bad.
Joey's right.
That
Joey is
Yeah,
right. You
that
got going my way.
concludes- Okay, so that concludes the trivia portion.
I have
of
1.5
our,
points for this
Personal
entire
question
thing.
stuff.
No,
So
there's
we
still
have,
opinionated
we can
questions.
tabulate. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
there's
we
still
have to do-
opinionated questions.
Oh yeah, the second part
Did
of
I
this
get it
is,
right?
is the
Yeah,
Ask Me
Joey, you
Anything.
got it right.
Yay, Joey.
Congratulations, Joey.
I feel like I have a delay. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right, so what we're gonna do is tabulate the winner, figure out the winner, and then we'll move on to the Ask Me Anything questions.
I mean,
So,
seriously,
Marshall.
I think there might be a 3-way tie for the sort of the
three-way?
top. Yeah, that's what she said. I have me, Clayton, and Erik tied with.
Shocker. Marshall tied. Shocker.
Good job.
With 8,
Good
and
job,
then
everybody.
Will just missed out with 7. So
That means
Nice
everyone
job,
has to buy a
Will.
shirt from the AwardsCircuit store. That's the
Okay. Buy a shirt, everybody. And,
buy a shirt.
I'll have
All
to
right,
talk
so
to
now
my
we're
husband
moving
about
on
that
to-
3-way.
So here's how we're gonna do it, you guys. We're gonna Matt's gonna ask a question, and then I'm gonna select someone to start the answer. But then after they answer it, everybody else can join in and give their answers. That's how we agreed on it. So I don't know if that works. Matt's
These are
gone
like these
though.
are the personal questions.
What happened to Matt?
I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
Listen,
they're
I drank a
asking.
lot. I didn't get a single pee break. Okay.
Aw.
small bladders.
Matt, you're doing such a good job, though.
Yay!
Yay, Matt.
See,
Yay,
Oscar
Matt.
don't need the host.
You're an
You know what? You
ace.
know, the
Hey.
part about my position is I didn't have a chance to embarrass myself. So
You did great, though. You did.
I feel
great.
like I
love
lucked
it.
out
We're
here.
gonna-
I'm almost done with my
David,
wife.
do you have the butthole cut of cats?
What?
What?
Yeah, who has the butthole cut?
Cats.
The butthole cut? Really?
No, that
yeah.
looks like Johnny Depp, isn't it? Oh no, it is cats. Oh god.
That is Johnny Depp. Wait, that's Cats is the best thing I've ever heard.
It's also a butthole, but yeah, sure.
So, Sasha, do you want me to?
Okay, so you
yes.
ask the question first, and I'm going to select somebody to answer it, and then
Yeah.
we can free form the answer and then move on.
Yeah.
And
It's like
again,
Truth or
anybody who's
Dare.
watching this, it's not. It should be though.
Do I have to be like, "What's up, Mark"? No, I don't know how this works.
It's
We
true.
objectify Mark. Like
Yes. Feel free.
I mean, I want his beard, so
it will not be the first time. So.
I wish I could
He
grow
likes
a
it.
beard.
All right.
I hope my
okay,
beard's
so we
as good
have
as
all
David
of our-
Poland's one day.
Beards are for high school.
No, David, your beard becomes you. I have to say, it looks very nice.
It looks awesome.
Okay, so first question. Ready?
Yep. First question. Why doesn't the Academy expand the documentary and international film categories to 10 nominees? This way, more films will get seen, right?
Okay, I'm throwing that over to Nathaniel.
I think it's just a voting situation because for those categories, people actually have to watch the movies, unlike Best Picture. So like you have to see a certain percentage in order to vote in those specialty branches. And since they don't require that of the general membership for Best Picture, I think it's just a matter of them being scared that people wouldn't see enough movies.
I like that. It's a good answer.
Should we move on to
Joey,
the next
did you
one?
want to? Well, I think, does anybody else have a contribution? Did I see? Just raise your hand if you want to add.
Yeah, let's do a raise hand.
Eric wants to add.
Yeah, Eric.
And Jalal, drinking doesn't count. You have to just raise your hand. All right, so who?
Those categories have changed and are trying to change over the last couple of years, including just this year, but they're not changing enough. And I'm in agreement with Nathaniel on that it's about the voters and what they decide gets to be voted on.
I like that. I would say that my answer to that is I think that there's an element of the Academy that likes to keep the categories small because they feel like humans aren't just sort of designed for a lot of choices, and that if the choices are small, it can build more buzz for the smaller amount of movies than if it's spread out. People don't really pay all that much attention to except for Best Picture, of course. At least in our world, who knows what the audiences think about. But okay, so next question.
Yes, and before I read the next question, I forgot to say this before. Special thanks to Ashwin Pinto, Ivan Webster, Michael D. Myers, Jim Keller, and a friend of a lot of us here, Kevin Jacobson.
Kevin!
Kevin!
All right, next question here. I really, no offense, but I really do not want to talk about The Dark Knight for Best Picture. So
okay, but there are only 10 100 films up for foreign language. So the idea that 10% of them are going to get nominated is not realistic in that branch. In terms of documentary, they just don't have any interest in expanding it. The question of whether 10 is good for Best Picture is a whole nother animal, but there was a purpose to that. The documentaries don't have that purpose. So there's no motivation to expand the range of that thing.
But what they could do is they could have what I've always thought would be good is, since documentary is exploding right now and all kinds of, they could have a whole separate awards for just documentary where you do writing and directing and you could
the thing is they ultimately have to decide whether television is going to be part of the Academy or not, and I think that we're going to see that come to a head as we see Peacock and HBO Max and those come into it. I think the whole conversation is going to change a lot.
Wow.
I think we need to get a documentary nominated for Best Picture first before we talk about expanding the category itself.
Yeah. And by the way, we won't do that until we won't do that with the way that. Well, no, as for the preferential ballot is expanded, but there's still only 5 slots for Best Picture.
Yeah, straight.
And if you had 10 slots, you could probably see a best. I like Mark's background, the toilet paper. You could see
a toilet paper,
maybe,
a hoarder,
maybe
toilet paper hoarder.
But I think with 5, you're never going to see a documentary or animated feature get in for top 5. But never say never. Look, Parasite won, so it defies all rules.
We can't say never until it's not.
Yeah,
we can't.
The Oscar ratings saw a huge fall in viewership despite surprises in the last half hour. I assume they're talking about this last year. Should there be 2 shows? A show for technical categories, maybe on a cable network like the USA Network, and another show with the main categories on ABC.
You mean like Jalal? The Emmys do?
Yeah. Let's compare it to that. Yeah.
What do you think,
Nobody's Jalal? Absolutely not.
You don't think so? Why?
So I was texting in the middle of it. The question is, should we have 2 shows like the Emmys?
Yeah.
Joey, you're laughing.
I'm sorry.
I thought he was shaking his head, and I thought that meant he said no. That's why I called on him. I didn't.
I
mean to
did
be
say
like
that. I just
the
wanted to
guy
make
who's
sure that
not-
I knew the question correctly.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think there should be, I don't think the declining viewership is going to have anything to do with us putting live action short in a different ceremony. I think we should honor those people. I honestly think declining viewership has a lot to do with host. I think it has to do with what happened the year before. I think this year's Academy got screwed up by, we bumped up the Oscars by like 2 weeks, and everyone I talked to that wasn't paying attention had no idea the Oscars were that night. And when I was like texting them, they had no idea. So like, I think it's a marketing issue, and I think Laura Dern needs to get on top of that. And over people like Fran Walsh is not gonna do it.
Missing Fran.
Oh.
Ooh, somebody.
coming in?
That's Fran calling right now. Talking.
Oh yeah, she's like, the fuck you say, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I sort of agree.
By the way, it's
with
1
that,
o'clock
but-
in the morning in New Zealand, so probably not.
All right.
Yeah, the
Okay,
ratings are
next-
not going to get any better. The ratings are never getting any better. None
You
of the
know-
other shows do as well. So all the shows that have it split have not done any better. The Emmys didn't do any better. The Tonys didn't do any better. The awards, the world is splitting out and diversifying, and people, there's just not as big an audience. The younger people have no interest. That's why the short window, like the January Oscars, is a great idea, because nobody remembers by March anymore. That's the reality of the situation. Nobody gives a shit by March. So I think that would improve the awards if they did it properly, but it's really a dying format, period. Not a lot you can do about it.
All right.
Well,
The question
yeah,
is whether you want more awards. If you want to have if you want to have an award for casting and an award for stunts, an award for whatever, then you need to split the show, because they really would like to do a show with 15 awards instead of 23. And you could do a 30 award, they could give out 30 awards very easily. So that's another reason to split it theoretically, but the ratings are not an issue, really.
I would counter
Joey?
that all of the shows who've split it have
Yeah.
seen a complete lack of interest in the secondary show.
And the big show. They've all dropped off more than the Oscars.
Yeah, so I don't even, like, every year this is like a scandalous topic, and the Oscars don't seem to understand that they're still way more popular than everything else, so why are they
Yeah.
always worried about the ratings?
They're second to the Super Bowl. Critics' Choice did a split into the documentaries also, and they still haven't aired that on TV yet. So I think
The Critics' Choice also had to do both television and film, which is the trend right now, because everybody's desperate to get any ratings at all.
Joey is on fire right now.
Sorry, Joey.
No. I just wish they would stop worrying about ratings so much. Just because, I hate because I mainly write for the TV side of Awards Daily, and I get really, really mad when they don't pay attention to television. And I just feel like I wish that they would acknowledge that there was an audience for all of the awards. Like, I'm getting sick and tired of them, I don't know, like splitting the I wish they would stop worrying about trying to fix things and
catering to an audience that's not there instead of the audience.
Yeah,
Can I raise a question?
Yes.
I talked to, the interview hasn't posted yet, so I don't know if I should say their name, but I talked to a very influential diva yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
I'm right here, Jalal.
Can I have a clue?
Joey, we texted about it. I called you after I talked to her.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
I think, should I just say it?
Yes, please.
I talked to Miss Lapone yesterday.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Patty
I have a Lapone
Lupone.
interview coming.
Yeah,
we
we talked
said
about
we
a lot
asked
of things, and including in those things, she talked about the dirty city of New York. But she also talked about how
didn't
she's
tell me
worried
that.
that people aren't watching things because we're becoming more divided as a country, and she's worried like Republicans aren't watching movies because she thinks
Who
we're all
cares?
snobs. Do you think that's affecting the ratings? Like, do you think half the country is tuning out because we're
I
smart?
think so, personally.
I think
yeah.
or the movies
future
aren't
of television.
opening, or the movies just aren't opening at a theater near them. It's hard to get.
Oh, this is a whole conversation.
The future of entertainment. You go, Neil. Sorry, Matt.
No, it's
sorry.
okay. It's fine. No, please.
No, the future of all of this is going to be thinner and thinner. and the getting an audience for anything, the more stuff is coming, because Peacock is going to have all the Comcast, NBC stuff that we haven't had streaming for years.
Comcast.
You're going to get a lot of stuff out of HBO Max is also going to expand a lot of new stuff. So there's going to be all this stuff, and people will find niche stuff more and more and watch the thing people want them to watch less and less. And so soon we're going to be at a point where 15 million is a huge audience for anything, except for sports maybe. But there's no, like, it's going to thin out and thin out and thin out and thin out. Because it's a live show and you only get it one time because people don't watch in reruns. So there are people who will watch Law and Order only once Peacock comes out.
Dave, what'd you say? HBO Max coming on May 27th?
Oh, whoa, Clayton,
What is that? I'm sorry.
I
didn't hear that. I'm sorry. It was just crazy.
But once all this stuff comes online, the long tail is actually going to happen. And then we're going to see a completely different way of everybody doing everything.
Green's not good enough for that kind of a flex.
So
go to the next
Laura
one.
Lenny, Laura Lenny has the floor.
I was gonna say, the Emmys have the exact same problem because they are dominated by the premium networks and the streaming networks. It's not any different than what's happening with film right now.
Except they expanded to 150 categories. I mean, that's crazy also.
Yeah, but they do their own split. But we're talking about, the idea of splitting the Oscars between two separate nights or two separate awards like groupings.
No, bad idea.
No, I mean, I think it's a horrible idea. Obviously, I think it's a horrible idea. But that's coming also from the point of view of somebody that really loves all of this. But I think what some people feel like is that the Oscars or the Emmys or any type of awards are very out of touch with a general public kind of feeling. I don't necessarily agree with it, but
that's what's good about them.
I don't know if it's what's good about them, but it is at least what is the thing that maybe separates them. I think when you look at like Parasite winning, although it was a hugely financially successful film, there were definitely people that were not going to see the movie until it got to like Hulu and on demand and all of that. And once they did, then it became a thing. And I think that kind of thing will happen in the long run. But is there a runway for film and television right now? Is there a runway at all? Because everything is so fucking tight and concise with viewership.
Well, that's the thing is I think all of these, like, it's not, they out of touch discussions are totally the wrong conversation, because since everything became more niche, it's going to be out of touch to most of the people, no matter what it is. Oh. So why not just embrace what you do and do that, which is why the Oscars are still more successful than everybody else who's always chasing their own tail.
At some point they'll lose that juicy ad revenue though, which is a big problem. You know, at some point ABC, when is their contract through? I mean, they'll
2028.
2028.
But it's still the second most watched thing besides football.
Exactly. Football, the Super Bowl.
But the thing of it is that
what's a Super Bowl?
The $25 million paycheck is what the Academy cares about more than anything else. Yeah. And eventually, people are going to realize that you can't really, that $25 million paycheck for an award show will not exist after this contract, most likely.
Yeah,
so
that's my thought in like 2028.
There's not going to be any avoiding it though. It's not, they're all scared to death that it's going to go away, but it's not, they're not going to fix it so that it doesn't go away. And they make, they tried making it a concert. That doesn't work. They've tried making it into separate shows. That doesn't work. They tried different hosts. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because, there is a very significant but niche group that likes it, and how that is valued has changed. So
yeah.
Netflix may end up buying the Academy Awards. That's not the craziest idea in the world, because if they don't care about, if they're willing to give the Academy $40 million or ABC $40 million to get the contract, the Academy would take it in a second.
Yeah, there was a really good point made by Scott Dreyer here in the live chat. It says even the Grammys that have live performances all night long haven't really done much better, and they're just like,
it did really well for a few years and then it dropped off.
Yeah.
So like it became almost as big as the Academy Awards for 2 or 3 years,
And
then
then it
it
was
fell
done.
off completely. Yeah.
Yeah, my
the
point
Grammys fall off because I'm just taking a wild guess, but didn't they deny Black people awards for like 40 something years? Like
that
Pretty
didn't bother
much.
anybody.
No, but my point was
There are
gonna
a lot of Black people on the Grammys though.
Shane's got something to say.
Yeah, no, who said that? Shut up, Joey. No, no, but I was gonna say that the Tonys have completely like embraced their niche
Yeah.
thing, and like
They don't care.
Yeah, exactly. People love that show. Like people tune into it. They still go to see the theater. Like, why can't we just let the Oscars like be that? I don't understand.
Because they
like,
barely have a contract with CBS.
Yeah,
they can't make as much money, and that's what the Academy cares about.
Here's the thing. Here's the
They
thing.
should
Let
stop
me talk. I'm the
caring.
host. I get to talk. Can I talk, please?
Yes, please. Yes, please, Sasha.
So here's
Oh.
the thing. We're at a really weird crossroads right now, and you know the streaming platforms like Netflix, they built their house of bricks, right? It's not going away anytime soon. They're growing their audience. They're participating in what has to be considered a kind of water cooler experience of watching movies and television shows. And the more you can do that, the more people feel included. The problem with the Oscars is that a lot of people don't necessarily feel included, but that's okay. You don't have to necessarily reach out to them. But if you start to expand a little bit into what's happening that you can't stop, which is streaming and television and movie theater movies are going one way, and adult entertainment Oscar movies are going the other way. It's just the way it is. So
But
if
it's not
there's
true,
if
but
there
okay.
is but if there's a happy medium somewhere where they can take you know what Netflix is doing, which is having a kind of both type of scenario, which I think is works for some movies and not for others. Worked for like Marriage Story, but it didn't work for Dolomite, which really needed an audience experience, you know. So it's weird because the way things work now with Twitter and kind of the communal experience of movies, like look at Tiger King, look at that Sandra Bullock movie on Netflix. Like you don't see that kind of sort of shared experience with movies because people have to take the time to go see them. Sometimes they're not playing in their town. Sometimes it costs too much money. But if you're a Netflix viewer and you're watching it, you can share that with everybody. And so
it's called
I
TV.
do think that right, but I do think that moving forward, people are going to have to start, as far as the Oscars go, they're going to have to start looking at different ways to define what Best Picture means. That's all.
All right.
Matt, do you have another question?
Yeah, I wanted to actually transition into this question because I think it ties a lot into what it is that everybody is talking about right now. So this question's asking, is there a place for smaller films in theaters with movies like Blinded by the Light, Brittany Runs a Marathon, and Late Night failing at the box office, but they're faring better on streaming platforms?
Of course they are. They're free. They're free on streaming platforms. They don't cost you any. All those movies were going to fail no matter what. The idea that Amazon went to Sundance and decided to spend $12 million on a movie didn't mean it was going to open. Late Night was never going to open. It's a TV star and a British actress in a supporting role, and who's going to see that? Brittany Runs a Marathon, lovely movie, but what audience is there for that beyond the few million it did? I mean, I think the biggest misnomer last year was Booksmart, which did really, really well for one of those movies. But everybody called it a disaster because it only did $25 million.
Right.
25 million for that movie is a great number theatrically. And then it has an afterlife. And that's the way it's been for decades. Now there's all these expectations that these little movies are going to be big movies, box office wise. It's kind of insane.
But the problem is that we film critics and Oscar bloggers and stuff, like our perception is a little bit distorted because we don't have to pay to see movies. We're invited to see anything we want. But if you have to pay, you're paying out a lot of money to drop some cash. I mean, some people do. I know, Marshall, you pay to see movies.
Yes, I still pay to see everything.
I still pay everything.
And Mark still pays. It's a big chunk of change, right? To go.
Yeah, I have a subscription at AMC, even though I get passes to everything.
Same.
I have it, that monthly subscription, and I love it. I go to movies that I miss or I wouldn't see, or junk things I think are going to be bad.
Same.
Like and some of them I like a lot.
And I like that too, but we have to address the situation that is COVID, how it's affecting people. Are they going to come back to the movies? How long is that going to take?
I'm
glad the next
glad
question.
you bring that up. Yeah.
Before you go, Erik kept raising his hand.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say we're talking about a group of people that has a bit of a luxury that others don't.
Yes.
And I think we need to make sure that we can separate ourselves enough from that. I can sit here and watch AMC and Hulu shows that are, and HBO Max that are not coming out till the end of the month.
Right.
But people are not going to get that. So they have to make those decisions that we don't have to make.
Right.
And that's a whole different thing.
But historically, adults have never cared about seeing something first. That whole opening weekend thing is a young person's thing most often. Obviously, there are exceptions to the rule, but it's adults don't really care about not seeing it the first month. So they're going to wait for when HBO Max has something on 6 weeks after it came out in the theater. They're going to wait because they don't really care about paying $15 to go to a movie theater to see it unless they want to go to the movies.
Sure, but we're talking about the 18 to 49 demographic that all of these groups are going after.
Right, but 30 to 50 don't go to the movies very much.
Who fucking cares about 30 to 50? I'm 30 to 50 and I don't care.
Well,
I don't care.
You're saying 18 to 49, a lot of those people are not going to the movies anyway.
Sure.
No.
I'm saying 18 to 49 is the target demographic for advertising.
Yeah.
50 and up, which is like you and Sasha and me. Well, not me yet, but almost. Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares.
Except that over 60 actually is a bit for movie going is a significant group.
Yeah.
People start getting back to the movies after their 60s. So.
Yeah, the most watched TV network is CBS, and that's like geared towards
that's viewership, that demographic, but that's not demographic. That's viewership.
Old people. Go ahead and say it. Old people.
Yeah, it's like people that watch Blue Bloods because they don't got anything else to do.
What?
Like anything.
Blue Bloods sells.
CSI.
Blue Bloods makes money.
Right.
I know 7 old women who bought the Blue Bloods cookbook. Is there an
And you know what? They're going to
cookbook?
probably they're going to be dead in like 3 years.
Oh, Jesus, Eric.
But CBS, that's their model.
Eric, not
This is a very different
95.
model than Fox. Each of the networks has a different model about what they're after. They'd all love to have people under 25 and people under 30, but they're not necessarily showing up. So CBS has a model that's worked for them for 20 years now.
And I just want to make one last point on that, which is that it does feel like network TV is kind of dying for the newer generation. So I sort of, even if we don't change the Oscars at all, they might want to think about putting it on a different network or a different way that people can watch
Netflix.
it. People don't watch
actually
now.
dying.
But that's what they are. NBC is going to be on Peacock, and CBS is going to be on their thing, and they're all going to their own platforms.
Yeah.
David, you seem obsessed with Peacock. I don't know why, but you're like obsessed with it.
Well, no, it's just one of the groups, one of the 2 new things, and it's a massive chunk. It's one of the 5 studios with a massive library coming out, and they're going to come into the market in a couple months. And it's like HBO Max. It's going to be this huge change in how we see things. If you think you make choices now about what you want to see, you're going to have a lot more choices in a few months.
I agree.
A lot more choices.
No,
But are we every time?
That.
But every time we're promised more choices, to me, it doesn't really become more choices. It just becomes more price point or the same.
Yeah, and then they
choice.
pull all the content off of the service that I was already paying for. So then it's like,
everyone's kind of like gathering their stuff and holding on to it now. I mean, HBO Max's big thing was, hey, we're gonna hold on to Friends and we're gonna do a reunion special, and then that was their big sell. And everyone else is just gonna hold on to their Peacock is gonna hold on to The Office. So I mean, I think
Order.
And I think a lot of this also starts sounding like a lot of elitist, like the coast thing. And I think what happens is Middle America then starts to feel ostracized because, like, the Mark Johnsons and Marshalls that are paying to go to the movie. No, I'm being honest.
I love you, Mark.
They're going to the movies, and the people that are in those areas that are the normal moviegoers, they get this kind of poor perception of like they have bad movie taste and they don't matter to the conversation, and that's why the theaters are dying, because there wasn't enough trust that they could watch a Parasite or a Carol or something like that.
But in Ohio, in Ohio is going to matter, Clayton.
What?
In November.
Ah!
Shit.
Always
I
an
was
open
already
door.
fucked up.
Let me.
Same thing in Arizona. Arizona's going to matter in November.
So we do have a couple of questions here that are fun.
Please,
this is the
please, let's do it.
Well,
I'm
but
gonna mute myself.
Yeah,
But
I,
I
yeah,
do-
I think you guys got me for like 5-10 more minutes. 'Cause
But
Yeah,
this
I was
is
gonna say I
I'm
gotta
about
get
the
a bounce
same.
I
soon.
put my children to bed.
Yeah.
all right. Well, if
Yeah,
that's the
same.
case, all right. Well, if that's the case, then let's just go to the fun questions then. I guess.
My children are adult. You can ask whatever the fuck you want.
All right. What do you all think is the biggest Oscar snub in history?
Oh, when you said
God.
fun, I
What
thought
the
this was
fuck?
like. Are you kidding
Here
me?
we go.
Oh God, no.
That reaction alone is fun.
Yeah, this
Wait,
is go.
like-
This is
I
go
thought
August
you were
Osage
gonna
County
talk
now.
about like
categories,
alcohol
Matthew.
or
August Osage County
penises.
now.
I didn't realize this was gonna be like Oscar history.
Have one.
There are no Oscar snubs.
All right, Megan,
has
what's yours?
has a point of view.
Kate Winslet for Revolutionary Road.
Good one.
No.
Wow.
She should have won for that over the reader. Hands down.
Thank you. Yes.
I agree.
But Revolutionary
No,
Don't even
she
get me
should have
started.
been nominated and lost for the.
Yes.
How dare you?
Okay, whatever.
Wait. Nominated and lost for the reader.
I mean, Revolutionary Road.
Really, bitch?
Ah.
Are we counting snubs
Over
as just the one who
Keisha?
wasn't
Over
nominated?
Keisha
or are we
Castle
counting-
Hughes?
Okay,
No.
I love me some Keisha Castle Hughes.
No,
All right, I will
Keisha
admit that.
Castle Hughes.
Paul Giamatti
Papa.
for Sideways.
Paul Giamatti for Sideways.
Ugh.
Yes.
Whatever.
Absurd.
I predicted it, though.
Top or
I
low?
predicted it.
I have another one. Can I have
Okay.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
Sally Hawkins for Happy Go Lucky.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good
Made me
one.
sad.
Yes, but absolutely no. But yeah.
I think
Tom Hanks,
How dare
obviously.
you, Eric?
Tom Hanks. Who said Tom Hanks?
I did. Yeah.
Tom Hanks for Captain Phillips. 100%.
Everybody's mom says Tom Hanks.
But it's true.
It, like objectively true.
Yeah,
I'm
I
here
think
for
I'm on.
Nathaniel.
I think I'm on Anthony Perkins for Psycho.
Mm.
Okay.
Thelma and
I'm gonna
Louise
need-
for Best
I'm gonna need
Picture.
to change
Yes,
my
Nathaniel.
background.
Spike Lee
Then
for
I
Do the
will
Right
do my
Thing.
opinion.
Yes,
Yeah.
Spike Lee, everything.
Spike.
Oh, yeah, if we want,
Hitchcock
we
and
want to.
Kubrick. Hitchcock and Kubrick for everything.
Yeah.
Black Swan for like most techs. I had that thing tracking for like 12 nominations,
costumes.
and then it just got
How the
sound,
hell did
both
that
sounds,
nomination?
and then it just got
Oh,
shook. It was horrible.
Sound mixing for that. My God.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
Oh my God. Yeah. For sure. And then in sound, District 9 the year before, I couldn't believe that miss.
Makeup for District 9.
First
Makeup.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
If we're talking
I
about
thought it was gonna win
text, the one that hurts me the most is East of the Southern Wild for score.
for score.
Thank
Yeah,
think
that
that's
and
the
Cloud
greatest score of all
Atlas.
time.
I would
Yes.
say maybe like Crimson Peak production design.
Yeah. Well, we just
Little
couldn't
bit.
resist the one cabin in The Revenant.
Oh.
You know, like
I mean, Jessica Chastain
Wow.
running down the stairs is like my favorite thing in the whole
The
world.
horse in the
Oh my
Revenant.
God, Eric.
Yeah. In the Revenant should have been nominated.
Her
for
Yeah.
Oscar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
that the
there.
movie killer herself?
Excuse me?
I respect you so
Excuse
much right now.
Me?
So clearly
you
you
want to
mean
know about a fucking snub?
Do you want to talk
nomination?
about like Courtney Love for People versus Larry Flint versus?
Okay, I'm sorry. Is that
Yeah.
supporting? Is
But
that
Madonna-
supporting? Is that supporting?
What is happening?
You know what?
There
Just,
are no
just
snubs.
let it happen.
Right
Wait,
here.
Can
Right
I,
here.
Can I just say?
It's
I
a
don't know how to like
homosexual
it.
brawl.
Can I say? Can I say?
Homosexual
Empire
brawl.
Strikes
Right.
Back for Best Picture?
I can't like Clayton. I don't
like that,
even
Clayton.
know how to. No.
Eric, I hear you. I'm not Eric. I'm sorry. Clayton, I hear you. Empire Strikes Back for
Empire
something.
Strikes Back for Best
The
Picture.
what the Empire? What the fuck? No.
Hey, he's
No.
allowed to have an opinion, Eric. He's allowed to have his
No.
opinion.
Clayton.
Naomi Watts for Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, they ran her supporting initially.
Yes.
Her only deserved nomination ever.
Yeah, and they ran her supporting. In what world? Initially,
I got you,
in
Anthony.
What world is she supporting?
Are you
I
ready?
don't
How about Ellen Burstyn for Requiem for a Dream?
Yes.
She
No,
got
Aaron
nominated.
Burstyn, Julia
I-
Roberts
no.
deserved that Oscar. Don't
I
even-
will not
Okay, you know
discount.
what?
No.
Wait. So here's what. Time out. So
You
here's
are
what I'm gonna do
yelling?
because
All right.
Mark started this.
Next
All
question.
right. So we talked about snubs. So Mark kind of started this by saying Ellen Burstyn. What is the loss that still hurts you the most?
Ugh.
La La
Joan
Land.
Allen and
Brokeback.
Oh fuck that! I'm sorry, Mark. I love you.
Hey,
Like,
listen, both
fuck
made my
that.
both made my top 10 films of the decade, but
Oh, your mom
La La
made
Land is
top
my
10.
favorite.
No.
I'll go
Mark,
male and female acting. For male, Marlon Brando for Streetcar, and for female, Whoopi Goldberg for Color Purple.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you know to this day
I gotta
hate
go.
Geraldine Page
I gotta go.
because
Judy
she did
Garland
Whoopi
and A
Goldberg.
Star Is Born.
Thank you.
Thelma
How did that
Schoonmaker
not happen?
That's bananas. That's like one of the best
How?
performances of
Thelma
Of all
Schoonmaker
time?
for Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Denzel for Malcolm
Schumacher
X.
for Departed.
Yes.
Wait,
No, Schumacher won for Departed.
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did.
I meant for Goodfellas. I mean Goodfellas.
Oh yeah, for
No.
Goodfellas.
Oh yeah, that was
Also,
Only
Angela
one.
Bassett for What's Love Got to Do with It.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
How does Angela Bassett
Lawrence
not have an
Fishburne.
Oscar?
Yes!
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Pretty much every time Joan Allen was nominated.
Who?
Yeah, The Crucible.
Joan Allen.
Joan Allen.
I thought you said
And
Jonah
actually-
Hill, and I was gonna.
No.
delete
yeah, and
it.
she should have been
Can we
nominated for
talk
Death
about the
Race.
contender?
Okay, cocksucker. Let's see who shits on the sidewalk. I mean, like, it's an all-time.
She should have been
Joan Allen
nominated for
material.
the Ice Storm, and the Ice Storm is probably one of the biggest snubs I think of all time.
Yeah,
That's a
screenplay and
good one.
Sigourney.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
like ice.
Sigourney. Okay, people talk about all the time about which actresses don't win. Like in that Ben, yes, I understand, but like Sigourney Weaver not having an Oscar is a motherfucking crime.
So,
I'm sorry, you
Tapley
mispronounced
wanted me to
Michelle
say-
Pfeiffer.
Wait, what did Chris?
Michelle motherfucking Pfeiffer.
What about Nolan?
Chris Tapley says
cares?
Gordon Willis, Godfather 1 and 2.
Yes.
Fucking A. Fucking
Yeah,
A.
yeah. Dude,
Whatever.
and for Manhattan,
Right, Manhattan. Oh my god.
dude, the branch just was not feeling Gordon Willis.
I don't understand it. Still to this day, I don't.
They-
understand.
I came
Only
across
here
some
for the
nifty
women not
primary
winning.
sources.
Wasn't it that they were freaked out that they couldn't see people's eyes? Wasn't it something
Yeah,
stupid like
in The
that?
Godfather, supposedly.
The
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He was ahead of his time. And apparently there was some
Prince of
weird
Darkness.
coastal thing. He was one of those New Yorkers, and then
New
the
Yorkers?
LA Tides. The New Yorkers. You know?
What?
Not a
Get out of the
self-promoter.
road, you douchebag.
Yeah, who's the douchebag?
Matt, you have another?
All New Yorkers.
This is turning
I've got a
really
ton
straight,
here,
really
but,
fast.
I mean,
How does this group
Yeah.
feel about Nolan?
about
Well,
what?
speaking of Christopher Nolan,
Christopher
really
Nolan.
quickly,
Oh,
Oh, who the fuck cares? Fuck no.
What the fuck?
No,
hold
no,
on,
no.
hold on. Speaking of Christopher Nolan,
okay.
we gotta
Oh my
ask.
God,
we gotta. We
Let's
gotta.
humor the heterosexuals.
Fucking straight.
No, I
people.
understand. I understand.
Ugh.
You know, this is not the Denis Villeneuve, Paul Thomas Anderson, Christopher Nolan crowd. I get it. It's fine. What I'm basically asking here is,
This dude.
what do we all
Right
think is
here.
going to win Best Picture as of today?
Your mom.
In what year?
Wait, what's going to win Best Picture next year? Is that what you
What's
asked?
going to win Best Picture for this year as of today?
Sasha, your audio is being kind of weird.
Sonic.
God.
Motherfucker.
Pretty.
My year in advance pick is Nomadland. Chloe's out.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I
It's
could
not
see
even
that.
coming out this year.
It's probably not, but
Wasn't
No,
it supposed to
no,
come out
no,
last
no,
year
no,
too?
no,
and it-
no.
My choice is Mank. I think this
Yeah.
Netflix pulls it off.
That's what I had as
I
well.
think there will be no.
you know,
Best
his
Picture.
it's going to be a posthumous screenplay win too, right? Because his
Yeah.
dad wrote it, and he's been
Yeah.
dead for like.
I think
30
I think
years.
it'll be the longest posthumous win ever,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
Wait,
nomination.
Yeah.
We really
Yeah.
think that's coming out this year, May?
Mank?
Yeah.
I
Will come out
yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
I
I
think
do.
That's
production.
coming.
Netflix, right?
Ask Chris, he's watching. He can tell us.
It's Netflix. I think they'll
Yeah,
just.
no shit.
Yeah,
But didn't
Netflix-
they
Oscars
Netflix
this
have
year.
production though?
I'd be betting on
I
Netflix.
thought
don't know.
I don't know.
I thought that they. I thought
Dude,
they
it's
weren't
black
even-
and white too. I mean, we can pencil that cinematography
Yeah.
win right now.
Based
Well,
on my
back to-
conversations, yes.
To Nathaniel's
French
question,
Dispatch.
I think it may be an under the wire thing, but I feel like right now it looks like it'll come out because
No, it will come out.
I don't know what else Netflix would jump behind.
All right, now can you guys hear me?
Yay!
Finally. Fuck. All right.
Thank God.
So that was before we got to what's going to win Best Picture. The thing I really wanted to ask everybody here was, please tell me, how do you think this Oscar year is going to go in terms of this COVID-19? I just want to hear you bloviate for a while on it. Like, what's going to happen? Are these movies coming out? Is it like it's only going to be Netflix movies that come out? I know Tenet is supposed to be coming out.
Yeah.
How the fuck
There
is
are no
the
Netflix movies.
Oscar race going to continue with what's going on right now?
I think we're gonna lose. We're not gonna have as many blockbusters this year at all. The majority of films that will get released are either ones that they're willing to just all cram in at the very end in November and December, and then the ones that they don't really expect to be big financial plays, and they feel like they can just say, fuck it, let's put them straight to streaming. So like the Father, for example, I think that's done.
Anthony Hopkins and The Father. Oh my god!
I think they're just gonna say fuck it,
Give it
make
to
that
him.
a streaming play.
Just give it to him. He's in his 80s and he just gave one of his top 5 greatest.
And you know what? No one can campaign by going to like cocktail parties. Hopkins hates campaigning, likes to put out cute Instagram videos. He doesn't have to campaign.
I love the
That's all he has
phrase
to do.
Hopkins doesn't like campaigning. Give it to him. Fine. I feel like there's going to be like a certain point.
You want to give it to Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, but here's what I'm asking.
William Mavity.
Fuck you, bitch.
Sasha,
I feel
hold
like there's
on.
going to be like a certain point where they're just going to be like, oh, the shit is never going to stop. And there's going to be like a sort of like gluttony of movies that come out, and it's just going to be like a fucking free for all.
Sasha, you were saying something?
Eat each other's
This is
money.
what I want to know in terms of how we cover this business. Do you think, since the Oscar race is already kind of a private conversation between studio publicists and bloggers and critics before it ever even gets anywhere near the public?
Yeah.
So do you think that it's just going to continue that way? Meaning they're going to set screening rooms for us and or online links. We're going to shape the Oscar race the way we always do in hopes it gets a chance to kind of show up at a theater at some point.
So can I just say, I was on the news the other day talking exactly about this. I still think there is
news.
Wait, the news. Clarify, Clayton. The
local
news.
Fox News.
Fox 5 News NY, which is not Fox News. No, I still think there is a chance. I still think this is possible that the Oscars don't happen this year.
I agree with you.
God.
So hold on.
Wait, they wouldn't do like the Golden Globes did?
So here, it will be contingent on whether Dr. Fauci's prediction is true and we get a second wave in the fall. If that happens, there is precedent. The first 6 years of Oscars were over a 2-year period, so there is precedent for it. And you're not going to get people campaigning and stuff like that. Like it makes it all. And let's just also mark this out, even though this matters but doesn't matter. If we got a second wave and like let's say 50 movies we are eligible this year, whatever wins Best Picture this year will always have an asterisk next to it.
Oh God, that's horrible.
For all time. It's the same reason why I don't think Major League Baseball is coming back either. Because whoever won the World Series this year, it would just be an asterisk. It'll be like, oh yeah, of course you won, because there's only like 2 other movies or 2 other teams that played. So I think we don't know what we don't know, and I think it will be a closely monitored situation. I think Telluride has set the tone of like, listen, we're going to happen no matter what.
No, they're not. Don't be so sure.
Who said that?
I think there's a good chance Telluride won't happen. Very good chance.
What are they going to do? Send everybody's money back? I'll tell you right. Like,
I mean, that's why I think Telluride's going to
just hold my place for next year.
Yeah.
Telluride's happening.
I think Telluride will happen, but that doesn't mean that Oscars will happen.
Erik, we have to do it, man. It's happening. Our little condo.
It's fucking happening.
I'm there.
I cannot live without.
Hey guys, I gotta bounce. Sasha, thank you for putting this together. I gotta head out.
Bye, Will. Enjoy your stay.
Well, it was good seeing you.
Bye,
Is Mark
Will.
leaving?
Yes, I kind of need to wrap up in like 20 seconds, and I'm the one that's physically hosting it through Zoom and YouTube. So you might want to get one last question in that, and we can wrap it up.
Real quick, I just want to say for the Oscars, I think the bellwether will be the Emmys because they're happening and we're in the middle of covering it. And more than anyone, besides like Jazz and I know more than anyone, those Emmy voters are whores. They make their decisions off of how good the macaroni and cheese balls are.
Holy
and
shit.
I think without those macaroni and cheese balls that I am so sad I'm missing out on this year.
Exactly.
Really interesting to see how that affects the nominations. Like, will Hollywood be as important without people being able to like jizz all over Ryan Murphy?
Yes.
Yes. That'll be really interesting.
Jizz on Ryan Murphy is going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
If those Emmy nominations are really
Can't
crazy
unsee
this
that.
year, it's going to, I think, going to be the beginning of a really insane Oscars.
But there's no reason for the Emmys not to happen. The Academy Awards, I think Clayton has it. I think it's like a 50-50 chance that there will be no Academy Awards this year as such. There'll be a show
At
'cause they need to
all?
make money. There'll be some sort of show in January, February, whatever. But that the idea of doing an award show based on a competition over the year, if there is not a massive opening in October, November of theaters, it will not happen. Because it's going to be silly to have it be a private event where everybody in the Academy has seen all the movies and the media, and nobody else has seen any of the movies.
But that's how it
They
is
can go
every
to any
year.
of the movies, but it's not true. They exploit the movies in theaters with a system that is based on what happens with the Academy Awards. It's very designed.
And we don't think
if
that
you can't
these
go
movies-
into theaters, it's not going to happen.
And we don't think that these movies that are screened for us, possibly through a screener link, will be released on VOD in December or something for the public
No.
to watch them.
Nothing. If Netflix obviously will release anything they have, that's going to happen. There are a few of these that'll be happy. I mean, because they're Netflix, that's what they do. It's not like they're doing anything odd.
I mean, I'm only
That's
asking
their
because
business.
they just announced that The King of Staten Island is being released for everybody on
Right,
VOD in June.
That's a second movie. It's a movie they have, they're basically Universal experimenting and how that works out in the end. But ultimately, if there are no movie theaters open in October, November, then all of it's gone. I mean, you can't, doing it on VOD is not, you can't have the Academy Awards based on VOD. It doesn't make any sense. Even like, if you look at Trolls 2, everybody talks about how much money it made. 4 million people bought it. Okay, if Trolls was in a theater, 30 million people would
Trolls World
Trolls World Tour, yes.
Thank you.
But only 4 or 5 million people generated that gross, whereas normally in a theater, 20 or 30 million would have. So it's a completely different universe when you take it out of theaters completely. And there's no real. Is West Side Story going to open on Christmas in VOD? No.
David, let me ask you this.
My heart stops,
this is my
David Pollard.
employment. Like, what am I going to do? This is how I make my living. You're telling me that.
I have the same. I
had that same concern too, Sasha. Like, and that's why, I think people like you, me, Dave Poland, Erik, Nathaniel, anyone who has really invested a lot of their natural livelihood into their website, you have to get ready and buckle down for this is going to be the one time that it's going to ripple through the industry. And we may be, let's say we're back at the end of the year. That doesn't mean that we're going to be okay for 2021. So in theory, we may not see any Oscar ad revenue until March 2022, nearly 2 years from now. Just the way everything goes. So everyone.
I don't think it's gonna be that long, but yes.
Really fucked up, and that's bad.
This season could see the end of the trades. One of the trades could be gone for sure before this is over.
Yeah.
And you could see the LA Times go down. You could see a lot of
blood.
blood.
Okay, now to close.
Very sad way to end.
Calm yourself, David.
Good note. As you can live with me, you can stay right in here.
Okay,
We're
can I
fine.
just say to the end that I've enjoyed my time with you, and if anybody would like to do this, little poor Michael just
Michael just showed up
at the very end.
Hi,
Oh, Michael, bitch! What the fuck, bitch?
Michael Gray is here.
Oh my God.
Michael, we have to hang up now because
I know.
I have to say that the conversations about Sasha and Michael Gray working at a video store in the 1980s has seriously almost literally made me almost friend Michael Gray on Facebook, because I was like, I feel like
no, do it. He's a great guy.
No, Joey.
Because he's like,
listen, we used to do this Be Kind Rewind thing where Michael was my manager,
know.
my boss, and we had a whole room for porno. Like there was a room that they'd go in and they'd go in the porno and they'd come up and they'd have they'd have
I'm literally friending Michael Gray right now. Michael.
The Mary. Okay, here's the funny here's a funny video store story. So obviously, I used to work at video stores.
Better be filthy.
I'm old. And we had a porno section, and we had a whole group of films called Granny Takes a Tinkle, and it was about elderly grandmas peeing on stuff, and it was horrifying and it was amazing at the same time because it was a huge moneymaker. So I'm not. Hold on. Okay, I gotta get Jake in here. All right, here we go.
Thank you.
So one of my employees took the standee of Austin Powers that was like, oh yeah, baby, and he took the like video or like the little like audio box out of it, and he put it into the Grandma Takes a Tinkle. And so anytime someone picked up the box, it would automatically instigate the audio to be like, oh yeah, baby, every single time. So we would be in like the front of the video store, and the back of the store would be like, oh yeah, baby. And we knew,
I have no idea what's happening right now.
we knew that somebody was taking on Grandma Takes a Tinkle.
No, but seriously, Erik, like I knew what like one guy once asked me out, and it was like he kept having to come up with his pornos. And like I would see his pornos underneath like the RoboCop or whatever.
Yes.
So, but anyway, like that was bizarre. Anyway, bottom line is everybody has to go, and I just want to say that like
watch Circus of Books on Netflix.
If anybody,
Yes!
So
I interviewed the director, available on AwardsDailyTV.com.
Yes. And if anybody wants to do this again, we can all get together again and do
Yes, please.
Thank you for doing it. Thank you for everything.
And
setting it up.
Yeah, thank you for hosting, Clay. Thank you for emceeing the questions on Matt.
So Clayton and
yes, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Clayton.
And Sasha for the idea.
Sasha for the idea.
Meet everybody. Happy Mother's Day, Sasha. I hope you have the best
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's my wife's birthday tomorrow, and it's Mother's Day, so I am broke.
Oh, double whammy.
Wow.
Happy Mother's Day to Jessica.
So until next time, my friends.
Yeah, I'll see you in August. Sasha. No, beginning of September.
I'll see you guys in Telluride.
See you later.
I hope so. I hope so.
We'll hope so.
It has to happen. We'll be
Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Be safe.
Bye.